Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings.
This guy
Factual information related to cases
like
is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I think it's live video, but none of the dogs are in there. It's like a zoo exhibit, man. If they're there, they might be there, they might not be. If Blue was still around, he'd be over there now. Anyways, how's everybody's Thanksgiving? Did it go well? I ate a little too much. Not way too much, but just, you know. My niece made a, God, what was it? Like a pumpkin pie, but it wasn't really a pie. It was like a mousse or something. It was like pumpkin mousse pie with I mean, it was so much better than a regular pumpkin pie. I don't know what to tell you. It was like 1,000 times better. It's crazy. Oh yeah? Yeah, it was good. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. I thought it was kind of more like whippy, not solid. No, it wasn't pudding or anything. Alright, I hope you guys had a good time. Alright, well, there's a couple things we need to listen to and then sort of add that into. I haven't listened to all of it, but on News Nation, Sydney Kobayashi was interviewed, so we'll just listen to that. I'm not going to play the video, but we'll listen to it. And then there's also a police commissioner meeting. Hey, thanks, Ashley Nicole. Very cool. Appreciate it. And we got tonight, tomorrow, and then the next day after that is our final donation night, where we have one last push for the first hour of the show, and then we donate money to various places. So if you haven't been to one of those, make sure to be there this month. Seems like a lot of people sort of intentionally don't show up for that night. It's amazing. We'll get 400, 400, 400, and then on that night there's 150 people out of 150,000. 1,000th of our subs make it in for that. 1 in 1,000. Yeah. So let's see. Let's do the News Nation audio. I'll show you what the video looked like. Hey, thanks, Allie Cake.
Way to visit her aunt in New York. Yesterday, we took a deep dive into the
So it's like, this is what it looks like on the screen, basically. They're like this, you know? That's her, right?
Yesterday, we took a deep dive with an unknown person. Now, earlier that day, Hannah sent mysterious texts to friends and family. We also know Hannah sent 2 Venmo payments. There were Venmo payments on November 9th, the first at 6:25 p.m. with a bow and arrow emoji. The second was made less than an hour later, just with the word, quote, reading. Joining me now is Hannah's sister, Sydney Kobayashi.
The bow and arrow
Sydney,
one
thank you so much for being with us. First of all, our heart goes out to you, everything your family's been going through with your sister. We know your dad took his own life as he was searching for her.
Happy Thanksgiving,
it's just been an unbelievably terrible situation. What do you want us to know, Sydney, about your sister and about your family?
My sister, you know, I've said this before, she's just such an amazing and beautiful person inside and out. She's always been independent, a very free spirit. She, you know, she likes to travel. She likes to, sorry, this is just a lot. She's just a very beautiful person inside and out. And she would, I don't even know where to start. This whole situation is bizarre. She would have never done anything like this to our family. So that's what raises concern for me. But I also need to correct that she was not seen at the airport with anybody. So I'm sorry, I haven't heard that now, and I wanted to correct that from
I don't think any of us have heard that.
You guys have. Yeah.
So then she was just quiet.
Yeah, there's been a lot of different reports that have come out and things that have been said that aren't true, and different, you know, all sorts of stuff. And then I think people were just shocked when they found out about your dad, and just so sad. I mean, the fact that he was there searching, I think for almost 2 weeks in LA, right, for her, and then took his own life. Like, was it just, I can't even imagine what he must have been going through.
So I will speak for my dad, knowing him my entire life, and anybody that knows my father, they know that he was a very loving, caring, kind-hearted individual. And, you know, I was out in LA. And while I was with him, I knew that he genuinely fought until his last breath.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, you know, when you say fought until his last breath, I mean, was he fighting his depression or what? I'm not sure what that meant.
To find my sister.
I mean, she's saying to find your sister, but I mean, I don't think you're, you know, if you're jumping off of a building, you're not really fighting at that last minute to find your daughter. I mean, I know it's, you know, I don't know what's going on with that whole situation. I brought it up tonight at Thanksgiving, believe it or not, and everybody's like, God, that's weird. Yeah, why? I mean, that's their first instinct, is that's weird that you would take your life without knowing the resolution of what happened to your daughter. You know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, somebody, if they're depressed and the overwhelming anguish and, you know, sort of like when somebody's missing could push somebody over the edge for sure. I could see that. Hey, thanks, Heidi MJ. Appreciate it. Their 20th on a live stream. All right.
And he gave it his all. You know, he deprived himself of sleep. He wasn't eating. He was only caring about everybody else's feelings but his own. He just didn't speak about how he was doing. And he pushed and he pushed and he fought for her as any loving parent would. Yeah. I mean, if any of us would have seen this coming, we would have done our best to prevent it.
Yeah, maybe it's just like spur of the moment kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, no one knows how they're going to react in a situation like that. We've seen the text messages that don't really make a lot of sense to the family. These Venmo payments now are very strange. What do you think happened, Sydney? I mean, as a sister, do you have any?
No, one angle I haven't really thought of. I mean, he's Japanese, and they have like sometimes this honor kind of thing, and maybe he was just like, you know, part of that. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just. It's just interesting. You know, you look at him, he seems like he was out there really looking, and then, he does that. I mean, that's why it makes people think, man, is there something, did somebody have that happen to him in the building, and they just had, on the top of the building or wherever he jumped out, and there's no film of it?
Any sense?
I don't know. I think he probably just did it himself, but
I don't. There, being in this kind of situation, you can't even. There's no way of preparing for it. Your mind goes in so many different directions, especially with the amount of information that we have, which is very little. All I know is that her whereabouts are still unknown. We're continuing to search for her. We have received information which makes us still be hopeful that she's still alive. We just can't divulge into it.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Listen.
Be hopeful that she's still little. All I know is that her whereabouts are still unknown. We're continuing to search for her. We have received information which makes us still be hopeful that she's still.
So they've received information that makes them feel hopeful that she's still alive.
Still alive. We just can't divulge into it yet.
But they can't divulge that information yet. So that's kind of good news, right? Sounding. I haven't listened to this. I heard up to this point.
And I don't think a lot of people understand that we have to be very careful of what we do release, because we're getting thousands and thousands of tips from like the family, from LAPD, everything, everywhere. But this is just completely out of character from my sister. And so intuitively knowing her and being so close to her my entire life, I just want to say this is absolutely not like her. Especially
and I understand you have to be careful.
Text messages. Yeah, especially with those text messages that she last sent. It just, in my mind, it feels like someone was controlling her, or someone was. It might have not even been her. So I mean, I want to believe, and we're trusting that the law enforcement is doing their job. And as far as we know, the most recent update we have is that the detective that's working on the case has been in contact with my mom as early as this afternoon. That's the most recent update that I can give right now and release. It's like a lot of information to deal with at once, and especially with this happening back to back, it's devastating.
Yeah, I
missing
truly
persons
can't even
cases
imagine.
are the worst.
Yeah, and our heart goes out to you, Sydney, and we'll stay on the story. And if there's anything else we can do, we'll keep putting our picture out there. And hopefully, I know tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and I just hope you guys have a positive outcome.
I would just ask a hell of a lot more questions,
Very, very soon, and that you all can be together again. So, Sydney, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, and I just wanted to put this out there too. We're so grateful for everyone that has been so supportive through this time, and we just ask that you just give our family some grace. We had not even 2 hours to grieve the loss of my father, because this story has gone nationwide, and I just ask that you guys continue to help us search for my sister, and also just be kind, because we all have families. So just imagine if it was your loved one, and just put yourself in our shoes. But all we can ask is that we keep my father's legacy alive, because he literally fought until his very last breath, and he did it, like I said, as any loving father or parent, mother would have done for their own child.
I understand. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate your time tonight, and I hope we can, have a positive outcome soon. I want to bring in former FBI agent and News Nation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Koffendorf.
Oh, jeez. You would think that the talking to the sister would be the most important, conversation. Like, get into more about, like, can you describe what it looked like on the video? when she's at the airport. We heard that she was running in the airport, but that doesn't sound like that's true at this point. What did she look like? Can you describe what she looked like in the video? When you say she didn't look like she was doing okay, you know, what did she look like, etc. You know, I mean, I don't know. I wish I could get some of these. It's hard to, when you, I messaged these people the first day that she was missing and never heard back.
She's been following the case closely. You know what Sydney said at the end there, and you see this on social media. I mean, people start to treat these stories like a soap opera, and they say awful things, and they, you know, say bad things about family members. They don't even really know what's going on, and I think that's happening again with this case, which is really a shame. But what do you make of these latest developments in terms of the payments? I think there were the Venmo payments. I mean, what do you make of that, Jen?
Well, I think it's great that they are going to, meaning law enforcement has something to track here. You know, one of them said reading. Was that a tarot card reading, possibly? The other one is to an unknown woman. But now you have people that were actually in contact.
Thanks, Michael Kishel.
With her on the 9th.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So moving forward.
Anyways, let me get off of that interview. Now, there's another thing that was pretty interesting.
Hyundai.
It's like right in here.
No one believed it at first, but now everyone wants one.
A customer returned his knife because he missed.
And Chevrolet vehicles are among the top targets. We've gotten a lot of attention locally and nationally. On Friday, November 8th, 23-year-old Hana Kobayashi missed her connecting flight from LAX to New York.
This is the Police Commission meeting November 26, 2024.
Community support in crisis situations. This citizen who jumped in and offered his help to the officers
is something different.
made
I
the
rewound
difference
it.
between a tragedy and hopefully this individual getting the help he needs now. We also have a missing person case that has gotten a lot of attention locally and nationally. On Friday, November 8th, 23-year-old Hana Kobayashi missed her connecting flight from LAX to New York, which the investigation determined was intentional. Over the next...
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The investigation showed that it was intentional that she missed the flight. So we hear this thing about her running. Well, you can throw that out. I don't care if she was running or not, because what they're saying now is she intentionally missed that flight. I think that's, and we thought that she intentionally missed the flight, but now that it's, they feel like it's been proven that she missed that flight. Hey, thanks, Sandy Shirley. Happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for all of you. Yeah. Awesome. So what do you guys think of that? That's pretty interesting, right? Now we have like verified that they believe that she missed that flight intentionally. That means she thought she could miss the flight, her luggage would go forward, but she could do something and maybe catch another flight later. But then she ended up having her luggage sent back to Los Angeles for her to collect. Is anybody even paying attention? You're talking about completely unrelated stuff. Who cares if she was 23, 30? She's 31, all right? Don't worry about it. All right, let's talk about this part here. It's actually important. Yes, I'm like a teacher in grade school sometimes. Let's get moving on to what we're talking about now. Yeah, they probably could see what she was doing, you know, that she wasn't hustling, you know.
Next few days, she maintained contact with her family and was active on Instagram. However, the family last heard from Hannah on November 11th. After receiving concerning text messages and losing further contact, her family traveled to LA on November 13th and filed a missing person report. On November 15th, our missing persons unit assumed investigative responsibility. Detectives have been diligently reviewing video surveillance and employing various investigative techniques to locate Hannah, while her family has continued their personal search efforts. Tragically, on November 24th,
Right, we all assumed it, but now it's proof, so now you can use it and be confident.
during the search for his daughter, Hannah's father, Ryan Kobayashi, was found deceased. Preliminary findings indicate Hyundai and Chevrolet vehicles are among the top targets. We remain focused on this tragedy.
So the thing is after we heard that she ran to the plane, it didn't seem like she missed it intentionally, right? We assumed that she missed it intentionally. Then it sounds like she tried to run to the plane, but now they're saying she did miss it intentionally. So what is that citing?
from LAX to New York, which the investigation determined was intentional. Over the next few days, she maintained contact with her family
Yeah, we
and was
know.
active
We all
on
thought
Instagram.
that, but now it's proved.
However, the family last heard from Hannah on November 11th. After receiving concerning text messages and losing further contact, her family traveled to LA on November 13th and filed a missing person report. On November 15th, our missing persons unit assumed investigative responsibility. Detectives have been diligently reviewing video surveillance and employing various investigative techniques to locate Hannah.
I bet you they have a ton of video surveillance. I bet you they have her on camera at different times, even after the 11th.
While her family has continued their personal search efforts. Tragically, on November 24th, during the search for his daughter, Hannah's father, Ryan Kobayashi, was found deceased. Preliminary findings indicate his death was by suicide. Our hearts go out to the Kobayashi family during this unimaginable time of grief. We remain fully committed to...
Hey, it's Delphi Dummies. All right. Hey, you finally got us on there. Me and Fig Solves made one of your episodes. I don't consider myself one of the Delphi Dummies, however, but you were nice about how you put it in there. I was really just telling Fig Solves was on a panel with 9 people. It was like the Brady Bunch in there. I always say that. Like, why in the hell are these people up there on these panels? You look up in the one corner, somebody's macrameing, somebody's up in the other corner playing Rubik's Cube. It's just like, what in the hell purpose is that? But anyways, Fig Solves is on there, who knows way more about the Delphi case than anybody else that was up there on the panel, and he wasn't saying that much. He wasn't saying anything. So I was like, hey, when you get up there, say something, for God's sakes, all right? Say something. And so Delphi Dummies made a video about that situation. It was pretty good. I'll give you credit for that.
Locating Hannah and supporting the family as they navigate their way through this tragedy.
He played the Brady Bunch music and then sort of did the same little squares. It was pretty funny.
A robbery series.
I don't know if it's a he or she that's
arrests were
Delphi
made
Dummies.
in November. We identified a concerning robbery series targeting
All right,
Chase
there you go.
Banks.
So that one's done. All right, so now we know for certain that she left intentionally. She missed the flight intentionally. But she seemed like she kept coming back. It's almost like she kept going back to the airport merely to get her luggage at some point. That's what I'm feeling right now. That she went back, and it was really... She did talk to the one flight like somebody about getting another ticket. So I guess that's the one that you have to wonder about. Like, what did she actually say to that person? Right? When she talked to the, I think it was United Airlines or something like that. What did she say to that person? She spoke to a ticket agent. Was she really trying to get another flight, or was there some other conversation? So the way it would work is she went there on, I think it was the 8th, and then she misses the flight and stays overnight, and then on the 9th she is over here at like 12 to 3 o'clock over at this little... She went to the Tashin bookstore, and then she goes back apparently to the airport over here on November 9th and returned to the airport. Now that might be when she went back to get her luggage returned back. Like she said, hey, can you return the luggage? Then she's got to wait for the luggage, so she goes back over here again, weirdly, back to the same spot. And she's seen at 3:40 at an event at the Nike store right there. Then, let's see. Then number 5. Yeah, she's back at the airport on November 10th. And she spoke to she spoke to a ticket agent. And then, let's see, that was November 10th. And I think... Yeah, all the rest of these things are November 11th. So, wait, actually right here, there's November 10th right here. November 10th at 12 p.m. She's back over here at Christina Ricci signing at Barnes and Noble. So isn't that weird that she goes back to this specific place here 3 times? Then she goes back to the airport, and I think that one's on November. Oh, that's number 7. So we're 6. Yeah. So she's right over here at the 902. I think this one, it should be the other way around. November. So this one should be like 5B or something. Yeah. 5B. November 11th. Yeah, so she goes back here and she's near this terminal. So this is when this kind of makes sense. So just listen to this. She goes to the airport on the 8th. She misses her flight intentionally. She goes over to that little mall area. Then she comes back the next day. She came to the airport. And I think that's when she said, hey, can you guys send my luggage back to LA? Then she goes back to that mall area over there. Then she comes back again, and so on the 10th, she speaks to a ticket agent. Now, what that's about, we don't know. Right? Then she goes back to the mall area, I think, or maybe it was back at the mall and then came here. And then on the 11th at 7 p.m., she's seen over here she goes back to the airport on the 11th, gets her luggage, and then is leaving and seen going out this little terminal area here at 7 o'clock. Then she's seen at 9:02 right over here. And then after that, she's seen over in this area at 10:03 and then 10:50 right there. See, doesn't that make some sense? Like all she was doing was kind of going back to the airport, checking in, trying to get her luggage. I don't think she was ever intending to take another flight at all. But hey guys, I know it's Thanksgiving out there, but if you want to keep us going over here, continue to support the channel, I would appreciate it. If not, that's okay too. But if you have the ability to, that'd be awesome, because we are just 2 days away from the end of the month where we'll be giving away to various charities out there thousands of dollars out of the income from the channel. That's what we do here. We've given $221,000 since January of 2020. A channel making a difference, that we should be called. American Airlines. Okay, that's right. Yeah, we know she posted pictures on Instagram. Yeah, we've gone over all those different things. Yeah, so we have these are the text messages she sent. I got hacked by who, stripped of my identity, I can't fly. So this whole thing, stripped of my identity, I can't fly. But later she says she has her ID and her passport. So what are you talking about right here? So that's not true, right? Wait, what? How did you get to LA from Maui? Some weird shit, babe. Explain so I can try to help. I can't go to the police. It says explain it to me so that I can try to be of help to you. I got tricked pretty much into giving away all my funds. See, I think that's related to that Venmo stuff. For someone I thought I loved, she said, I've been on the streets. And that's her on the 11th, I believe, after she went and got her luggage. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know which one this is. This might be after that. Hold on, let me pick these up again. So we have that one. That's her getting her luggage on the 11th. And you can see she doesn't look quite as, like, I don't know what the word is there, healthy or... That's how she kind of looks in that video at the Nike event. Yeah, so that could be her, like, after she got the bag and took off her sweatshirt and was leaving. I don't know. Because her bag went to New York. So any of these pictures that, well, here's the truth. Unless this is the Hawaii surveillance footage, her luggage came back and she picked it up on the 11th. So any picture you see with her luggage, unless it's somewhere in Hawaii, which I don't believe is because it would be completely irrelevant. So you got this one, you've got this one, and this one I think is when she got off the plane on the 8th. So it's interesting to see her on the 8th, and this is the 11th then, right? And there she is with the luggage wearing exactly the same clothing. Now, that's a little strange. Hey, look at that. My half-brother helped support the channel. David Hughes. All right. Very cool. I mean, I literally have a half-brother named Dave Hughes. That's why I keep calling you that. I know, because I am that guy. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know it's not. I'm just saying, unless it is. So isn't this interesting here that you have her looking like that and looking like that, which is absolutely identical, and this was 3 days later here, right? Because she picked up her luggage on the 11th. She has the backpack on as she got off the plane, but she had to wait, or she had to pick this up when it came back. And then this must be after she collected the luggage and then was heading out. See, it has the same tag on it right there. See that? So it must be after she collected the luggage and was leaving the airport. She didn't have any clothes, Sirius V. I don't know if her backpack has any clothes in it. Maybe she just has underwear and stuff like that. I don't know, but a lot of times people carry a change of underwear or two in their carry-on so that they have something in case their luggage gets lost. Yeah, there's another picture somewhere. Well, that's the one right here. It's right there, Sirius. I just showed it to you on the screen. She's got the yellow, and I don't know if she's all made up. She just maybe took off the black shirt. Well, as a matter of fact, look, it's right here. It's wrapped around her waist. You can see it. See that little marking right there? That's the same shit that you see right there. So really, she just took off the sweatshirt and had that underneath it, and maybe just, shook out her hair, and there you go, ready to go. So. Yeah, I mean, if you're going back out into LA, it's pretty hot out there. Even this time of year, it's, about 65, 70 degrees. Well, it's also really blurry, real plant diaries. And you're looking at weird angles. This one here looks just like her, I think. Well, anyways, who cares if it looks different? It's the same person. Let's not go down conspiratorial like it's not her. Let's see. It's her, U.S. women have heat flashes? What? Yeah, we're having one of those other nutty nights in here. So look, just look at it. See the big yellow patch there? That's yellow patch there. The same shoes, the same sweatshirt, the backpack. It's her. As a matter of fact, then we take that one and compare it to this one. Well, that's the same one. Let's take this one. The other picture is this one. All right? So that's her. See? Look. There's the backpack around over her left shoulder. It's right there. There's the same damn pants. The shoes are exactly the same with the white edges down there. She's pulling, in this picture, the suitcase that she picked up on the 11th. So there you go. Oh, I see. Real Plant Diary says, I mean different as in it's her, but she's made up. Right. Well, in this one here, it looks like she maybe stopped in a bathroom for a minute, got ready for the day, went out. She now has her luggage. You know, maybe she's doing one of those things like she's joined, I hate to say it, maybe like a cult of some sort, you know? I mean, it's just, that's the feeling. You know how cults take all of your money? And she has this sort of, she gives me the vibe of one of those really sort of liberally kind of, you know, spiritual, you know, trying to find something type of person, right? And I think that could be very, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I just thought of that right there. Like a cult type of thing. Where she's giving up her money and she was, you know, see how she even gave for a reading. Huh? And didn't she say she had some spiritual, yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like spiritual awakening. And maybe that's what they're talking about. And maybe that's what she thought she was joining, some sort of group like that. Jeez. Yeah, anybody with a name like that, we're just going to have to put on timeout. Yeah, those people like you don't last long over here. Yeah, so something like that. I was thinking, just some kind of, or at least she might have believed she was signing up for something like that. And so that's what I'm wondering, because, you know, she's saying she lost all of her money. But here's the thing is when she said in one of her comments that if it doesn't go right, she'll lose her freedom. What does that mean? I don't think it's Scientology, but what do you guys think of that? What does that sentence mean? That's one of the ones that I really find interesting. Oh, my stomach just went filled with the turkey, etc. Yeah. Yeah, can we get that like button hit, you guys? We're going to have to pause the show until we get up to 300 likes. We've got 541 people and only 148 likes on Thanksgiving. Could you at least give a like to the channel, for God's sakes? So here we go. We have to get those going, so hit that like button, hit that like button, 10, 20, 25, 30. Hit that like button, 40. Do I hear 50? Do I hear 50, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. It's the easiest damn thing to do in the world. You just use your foot, nose, use your toes, whatever blows. Hey, use your toes, use your nose, whatever blows, hit that like button. It's the easiest damn thing in the world. If your arm doesn't work, use your nose. If your back...
30, 25, 30. You want to bet 30, sir. 25, you're out. 25, 30, 30, now 5, I'm 30.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to continue until we get to 200, all right? We're at 517, 190. Hit that like button, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, hit that like button, 50, hit that like button. It's so damn easy, just hit the like button. It's so simple, it's the damn easiest thing in the world. No, so sweet, I'm going to do it 1,000 times until you get the hell out of my room here. Hit that like button, 10, 20, 25, 30, hit that like button, 40, 45, 50, hit that like button, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Well, if you want me to stop, hit the damn like button. It's so simple, you guys. You guys are so rude. You know, you come in and you don't support the channel and you can't even hit the damn like button. You know, I'm sitting here on a Thanksgiving doing a show. You could at least hit the damn like button, okay? My God, you're selfish. All right, so anyways. Gosh, Gray, I didn't want to hit it. Don't tell me when to hit the like button, you bastard. Oh my God, so freaking simple. It's weird. Legal activity, I'd assume. Maybe transporting drugs, got scammed. I don't know. I don't think so. She doesn't seem like a drug person. They're going to be transporting drugs and, you know, she's on a spiritual awakening and transporting drugs. And but you know what? I can't say that that's not true. I just don't believe it is. I know, it's crazy, Lydia. You know, it's like, just hit the freaking button. You know, when you come in and somebody's doing a live stream, just be courteous and hit the like button. You know, it doesn't take any effort out of you. And it doesn't mean I'm giving you support. I don't like you, Gray, so I'm not going to do it. Well, why don't you go have a cigarette with Retson, okay? Here we are. Let's go to the next one here. It says, I just know I need to, I think it was like, to go into the redwoods. It's been really scary. Hold on, I'm going to call you. I think that call took place. Let me see what I can reach out to in the LA area. You have no money. I have a little left. I want to just get a bus or whatever straight to the redwoods. I got to look for work, but I haven't slept well for days. Please keep this to yourself for now and be discreet. I'm at LAX. And I tell you what, if I hear anything interesting in here that's a rumor, I'm not going to tell a soul, right? Because I don't want to be accused of aiding, trying to help, sort of point the case in a particular direction, all right? Let's see. Maybe I'll show the Megazoids, something like that. Kind of watching walkthrough. I don't know what that is. What do you mean the witch? Oh, the one I just did earlier. Yeah, it wasn't really a walkthrough. It was But hey, guys, if you're out there and you can help support the channel, yes, I know it's Thanksgiving, but if you can, that'd be fantastic. Only people that can afford it. I don't want anybody who's out there struggling to give my channel a nickel. All right? So I want to just get a bus or whatever straight to the redwoods. Gonna look for work. Okay, you're gonna look for work. So it sounds like she meant to stay there, right? Just based on that, right? I have a little left. She's not really trying hard to get back to New York. I'm gonna look for work, even. Maybe that's what she was gonna do for the cult or something, if there is one. But I haven't slept well for days. Please keep this to yourself for now and be discreet. So it's like, hey, I'm telling you stuff, but don't tell anybody else because I need some time. And that's, I'm at LAX. Yeah, girl, just stay there for a bit. I might go to a homeless shelter. You should go back to Maui. I mean, you're going to go to a homeless shelter? Really? I mean, what are you saying? What's she trying to do when she says that? Try to get her to send money to her or something? I don't know. I might go to a homeless shelter. You should go back to Maui. I literally can't, love. And then here she says, yes, you can. You shouldn't be spending money to continue traveling. You have a home and you need to go back to it. And then she says, where's your ID? I have it in my passport. Really? Well, then how come on this one you said, stripped of my identity, I can't fly? Then over here she says, I have it and my I have my ID. I have it and my passport. Well, what are you talking about then? I mean, I guess stripped of my identity. Oh, no, see, this is the thing. It says, stripped of my identity, I can't fly. That means physical ID, not some, my identity, the larger thing, right? That's real. So stripped of my identity, I can't fly. And then over here, she says, I have it. I have my ID and my passport. Go buy a plane ticket to Maui. It's a really long story, hon. So that means, she's there for something that she got involved in, and she can't really turn back on it now. I can help you if you... I can help if I can't help if I don't know what's going on. If you have ID, you can buy a ticket. Go to the counter at Hawaiian Airlines. I have stuff of value there. I'm not sure what that means. And we don't know what that said. So you can go to the police, to the DMV. There are resources. I just need to rest. And by the way, we have no new channel members tonight. So if anybody out there wants to buy channel members for other people, as you can see, like literally 90% of the people here are not channel members. And if you're not a channel member, consider joining this channel. My channel goes by the facts that are available in a case and tries to rationally decipher what's going on in the case. We fill the box with facts, then think outside of the box. All right, that's how it works here. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't like that, you're more than welcome to go watch the conspiratorial channels that give you nothing but sort of verbal candy for your ears. We aren't going to be doing that here. We're just going to be looking at the information that's out there. Sounds like her two Venmos that she sent out were, sort of, one was $25 to a guy named Jonathan. Apparently, she was sending the money for a reading, but then Jonathan got it as sort of like a blessing. He was told by a third party. Then that person would then get, then Jonathan would then send him like $50 as for thanking for the blessing, so that he'll get a bigger blessing later. I mean, it was just some crazy pyramid scheme. And then she sent money to another person. So what were those about? What were they doing there? Sandy Shirley gifted a membership to Jerry. Let's get some more of those going. If you guys aren't going to send in the super chats, maybe do the channel memberships. That'd be good. Says, I just need a rest, and I'll think better. Yeah, I'm really confused, but it's very complicated. Yeah, see, what does that mean? Did you get catfished? Matrix Underworld shit, girl. This is way beyond me. Did you get catfished by some dude you were talking to on the internet? No, we met. Okay, so let me ask you guys this. So in this statement here, don't answer this until after I give you the two options. So put a 1 if you believe that what she's saying is, yes, I was catfished, but we met. Yeah, I was catfished, but we met. It wasn't on the internet. Is that what she's saying? Or is it, did you get catfished by some dude you met talking to on the internet? And she said, no, I wasn't catfished, and we met in person, etc., etc., etc. I think the first one could be it. That she's literally saying, no, we didn't meet on the internet. We just met in person. But yeah, it was, basically, did you get catfished by some dude you were talking to on the internet? No, we met. Because she's answering when she says no, she's answering we met, and that's the part regarding the internet. She doesn't answer the part about being catfished. See? She doesn't answer the part about being catfished. Yeah, I don't think you guys are right. The ones that are putting 2 in there. But she could be answering both, I guess, right? Like, it could be, did you get catfished by some dude? No. That you were talking to on the internet? We met. Right? Could be that. So I guess it could be. We don't know, Sirius V. I know that you're way more informed than everybody else, but we don't know if these are hers or not. The family doesn't seem to think, because she doesn't use she usually uses emojis all the time, etc., but she's not using them here. She means someone she just met there. No, it doesn't say that. It just says, no, we met. It doesn't say we just met there. There's nothing, no relevant, no doesn't have that meaning whatsoever. I can't explain all of it. Just please be open with this, please. And sure, she could be talking about somebody she met there when she got there, but it doesn't say anything about just met. She's saying, did you get catfished by some dude you were talking to on the internet? No, we met. No, we met. Remember that? She thought she was in love with somebody, right? Deep hackers wiped my identity, stole all of my funds, and have had me on a mind F since Friday. That's right. These are on the 11th, right? These text messages. They can't wipe your identity. Is that what they told you? And maybe that's what she was referring to on that original, they stole my identity. They can't wipe your identity. Is that what they told you? I'm just really scared, love, and the Redwoods, if calling me, And I think is calling me, but that's not even really good English either. Kind of wonder about that one there. Like, who wrote that? Hey, thanks Jessica Schubach for Lydia. Everybody puts a little investigates at the end. It's calling me, and I know I'm meant to be there. I'm just guided there like you have before. I risk my freedom if this goes wrong for me, hun. I risk my freedom if this goes wrong for me, hun. What do you guys think that means? Does anybody have a reasonable explanation for that? I'm meant to be at the Redwood Forest. I'm being guided there, like you have before. See, it almost makes you think there's like a cult. And if it goes wrong, she'll lose her freedom. You know what, you guys? I think that the cult idea makes the most sense. You know? For the factual information given right now, it sort of, it allows you to include every single element that's in this. They took the money. She's being guided somewhere. It's a long story. There was some guy that she thought she loved. But if things go wrong, when I meet up with these people, I could lose my freedom. All right. It could be numerous other things too, but that's where I'm feeling like, it's just the way she is and everything. Does that sound too unreasonable to you guys? Yeah, I know that you think that, Lascar. You're not running the show, though, okay? You're doing something else. Sounds like she's being blackmailed. I think she might be okay, yeah. The sisters seem to think they had information. I mean, I don't. This case doesn't have enough information out there for any of us to really come up with a great scenario. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. It just sort of popped into my head a minute ago. Just based on sort of how she is, she seems like somebody who might consider joining a cult of some sort, you know? Yeah, you think, yeah, that's right. She chucked a Maddie. She's gone, yeah. She's out of there. All right, but also you can, when you're in a cult, you're trapped often, Columbo. So I'm just saying that also fits that too. So you guys are currently at 1/8 of a normal goal. If you guys have the ability, that'd be great. Thank you. She'll be found. I think she'll be. I feel like she's out there doing just fine. Unfortunately, she's probably now aware that her dad took his own life, and she is probably like not going to be coming back anytime soon. Right, exactly, Timothy. So that's what I think. That's possible. I'm just seeing her following Twin Flames Universe members. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure who you are, man. You just that nothing made sense what you just typed in. Lots of weird people and cults on the Northern California. Yep, right up in there, in that area. If a cult cuts her off, family and friends, she could at least inform them that she... Well, yeah, I mean, you think people could do that, but maybe she doesn't want to do that. I mean, everybody always thinks that because somebody can do something, they would do something. We don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we know that she went there, Lascara. We've already gone over that on multiple shows earlier. Yeah. At the very first day we covered it, we went over the places she'd been before. My original theory was that she's over in the Redwood Forest in Northern California. All right. However, who are these other people that she's with? So, don't know. Yeah, we know, Lascara. We know. Let's see, put that guy on timeout for a while. Let some other people run the shows. See, the black guy she was seen with family thought he looked like a pimp or someone who belonged on Skid Row, maybe drug dealer. Well, we haven't really heard a good description, have we? That maybe, like I said, if it's like a cult of some sort, you'd probably have some shelter, but I don't know, man. I don't know. This one, it's just a really weird one. And we don't have enough information. They haven't provided us enough. We know that she intentionally missed her flight. And that she, I guess, if we go back over that one document again, the timeline one, this one. I don't know, Olivia. We went over that at the beginning. We don't know. On the 8th, 2:38, Hannah leaves Hawaii. Then at 9:54, she lands in LAX p.m. 10:03, she's seen on CCTV footage deboarding her plane at LAX. That's that image that we're looking at. So that, it would be this one right here. That's her deboarding the plane at LAX, and that would be at 10:03. That's her right there, 10:03. Then 11 p.m., Hannah X, Amun Miranda, so 57 minutes later, he boarded American Airlines flight AA28 and he left to JFK, effectively removing him from any part of this case. Then we have unknown, according to Hannah's family, she stayed overnight at LAX. Then on Saturday, November 9th at noon, she's seen over at the Grove Tashin bookstore charging her phone. Then at 2:43 p.m., Hannah takes a photo from the bookstore and sends it to her aunt. Thanks, Michelle H. Appreciate it. Yeah, real slow one tonight. Then at 6:25 p.m., Hannah Venmos Veronica Almendarez with a bow and arrow emoji. Then at 7:19, Hannah Venmos Jonathan Taylor, and we now know what that was all about. According to Reddit, John allegedly said later he was unwittingly involved with Hannah through a guy she's with, a man named Bayol. So he's saying that that's the guy that's with Hannah, right? He is a black person. John apparently is semi-quadriplegic and suffers from a brain injury. Thanks, Linda Dees. He shared that Bayol scammed him by hacking his Cash App and Venmo account and stole $1,000 from him. See, that doesn't add up. Now, where did you hear that from? Because that doesn't even come close to the story he told on the JLR video. He said something about, well, at least if we go by what the caller said, was that he sent $25, or Hannah sent $25 to John, and then this Bayol guy was some sort of spiritual guide or something for John, and said that you'll be receiving a blessing. And then he got this $25, and then Bayol would say, then you send me 50 and we'll continue. The more you send, the more blessings you'll get. So all the while, Bayol's doubling his money every time John gets money. And so maybe he has other people like John. So for example, is Veronica Almendarez getting the same thing, like receiving the blessing and then forwarding it on? But see, Hannah, though, is losing money. So she's not part of the scam part. Doesn't really make any sense unless, I guess, when the money came back, she got $37.50 back, and Bayol got to keep the other $12.50, and he did nothing. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. We've already looked up John. Don't worry about it. I showed him on the show. He lives somewhere. And we don't. It doesn't matter what his name is. All right. According to Hannah's family, she was spotted again at LAX that evening. That was on the 9th. So then on the 10th at noon, according to TikTok, Hannah attended Christina Ricci's signing event for Cat Full of Spiders tarot deck and guidebook. And then at 3:40, Hannah was seen on an Instagram video near the LeBron James Nike store. I think that's this one right here.
Sauce. Pepero is doing a pop-up where you get free snacks, maybe Pocky kind of style. Back towards the store. This Apple store is absolutely nuts. The live trees and everything, the mirrored ceilings, probably one of the coolest places I've seen. Here's the LeBron James event.
Right there.
So here's the line.
Yeah, she's right there in the bottom of the screen. Can't really see it on that, but that's her right there. Hannah posts a photo at the Grove on Instagram with the caption, "Are they whiter yet?" I don't know what that even means. And then a few other emojis pop up. The final changes might be, according to the device it's being viewed on, meaning the emojis shift. Hey, thanks, Cheryl. Give one to Fettuccine. Yeah, but she kept going back there 3 different times. Why do you keep saying whiter, Cindy J? You did that yesterday too. It just doesn't. What do you mean, whiter? What does that even mean to you? Let's see. You keep typing that in over and over again. It's wild. According to Hannah's family, she was spotted again, and I guess on the 10th. We did that already. Then Hannah posts a photo in the Grove. Are they whiter yet? What? It says it right here. It says WIDER. It's right there on the screen. See that? But a day later, the post caption was changed to an I and something else, and then it was changed to just an I. Hey, thank you so much, Tighten Up. Jeez, you tripled the night's the support tonight. Unbelievable. It was wild in here. But thank you so much. Appreciate it. Very kind, very kind. We'll turn that on if I can quickly. Oh, I turned it on right at the end. All right. Yeah, I was saying whiter the whole time. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. All right, I see what you're saying. You thought you never read it on the screen, but you always want me to put the stuff on the screen. I figured you were reading along. All right, so it's right there. See that? Are they whiter yet? Then on the 11th, yeah, so she returns back to LAX on the 10th. Now on the 11th at 2:30 in the morning, Hannah texts her aunt in New York. Says, "Hi, loves. I just finished a very intense spiritual awakening. I'm charging my phone and heading back to the airport." But if you're already at the airport on the 10th, why would you have to say that? So she couldn't have been at the airport. Or she could have been, but she's faking it on the text, I guess. "I might need some help getting there. It's a long story. I'll keep you posted. I think I still have my hotel room. Must see Tycho and you. I'm going to see what I can do. Must see Tycho and you. I'm going to see what I can do. Love you. Like a poem. Sorry for a craziness. Was definitely intercepted. What does that mean? Sorry for the craziness. Was definitely intercepted. See, they're leaving out the conversation. They're just putting what she wrote. Hotel room is still active. Feel free to come meet me. Who are you talking to? But I understand if you can't, I'll keep you posted, hopefully. Oh, wait, so the aunt's saying that to her. Right? Sorry for the craziness. Feel free to come meet me. I understand if you can, I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I can get a way there. No, that is her. Why is she saying, feel free to come meet me to her aunt? Hey, wow, tighten up. Jeez. That's so kind of you. Appreciate it. So, Sun Moon, Nicole, Asteria, Lazy Deb, and That Girl. All welcome. Very kind, very kind. What do you guys think that means? Why would Hannah type in let's see, I'll keep you posted. I think I still have my hotel room. Where? So is that the aunt thing? Okay. Hi, loves. Just finished very intense. No, see, that's Hannah texts her aunt. This is all her typing. I'm gonna see what I can do. Love you. Sorry for a craziness. Was definitely intercepted, whatever the hell that means. Hotel room is still active. The one in New York. Then it says, feel free to come meet me. But I understand if you can't. I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I can get a way there with my reservation issue. What? That's just wild. Right, but why is she saying, come meet me? What, she wants the aunt to fly to L.A.? No, Cindy. Feel free to come meet me. Meet you. What does feel free to come meet me mean? How about that? Let's just stick with that part. What is she talking about there? Feel free to come meet me. Hannah's telling her aunt to come fly to L.A.? What do you mean when she gets there? She's not planning on going there. Yeah, she had a hotel in New York. But she's saying, feel free to come meet me. But I understand if you can't, I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I can get a way there with. Okay, so what she's saying, I guess, is if I get there at some point, right, then you can come, maybe you can come meet me, feel free to come meet me at my hotel. Is that what she's saying? That's just such a weird way to word all that. Feel free to come meet me. And what does was definitely intercepted mean? What does that mean? Right, so she's just tricking the aunt. Well, the aunt knows she's not in New York yet. Let's just read this again. I'm changing my phone and heading back to the airport to get to New York City. Okay, so she's saying to the aunt, I'm going to be there. I might need some help getting there. It's a long story. I'll keep you posted. I think I still have my hotel in New York, but see Tycho and you. Must see Tycho and you. I'm going to see what I can do. Love you. And then something later, probably. This person's just putting all the text by her without the conversation. Sorry for a craziness. Was definitely intercepted. Did not know what that means. You guys know what that means? And then the rest kind of makes sense now. Hotel room is still active. Feel free to come meet me at the hotel. But I understand if you can't. Almost like she's there, the way that's worded. And then it's like, oh, then I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I can get away there with my reservation issue. But what does intercepted mean? What is that? Was definitely intercepted. So there must have been a conversation that we don't get to see because I don't have those text messages. Hey, Couples Light, I don't care what you're coming up with. I'm going over it myself. I don't listen to what other people say. I try to figure it out on my own in the chat with other people, and then we resolve our own thing. If you want to go back and watch those other people, you go ahead. I've been covering this since she was missing too, but you know. Somebody interfered. Yeah, like she was intercepted in the middle of her plans. Like she got to the airport and whoever that was that she wanted to miss her flight for intercepted her. The law enforcement believes that she intentionally missed that flight. I mean, literally like a factual piece of information, not us guessing that. Yeah, maybe. Could have meant interrupted. I don't know. I just have to go with what's written, though, right? Yeah, I think she's still out there, to be honest with you. The scammer tricked her into staying there in the airport. Like she was going to meet somebody just in the 45-minute layover she had waiting for her plane. But then she left with that person because the scammer was there and tricked her into something. And, you know, it's just the whole thing is weird. She's there on the 8th. The 9th she goes out to the Grove. Then she goes back to the airport. Then on the 10th she's at the Grove. And it's just kind of going back and forth to the Grove. Is that like this place where it's a good place to sort of like meet? Look at. She's there on November. That's not the right one. Hold on a second. It's right here. So November 9th and the 10th she's there. And then on the 11th she gets back to the airport somehow. Maybe she slept over there again. And then we have on the 11th, she's spotted after she picked up her baggage, leaving the airport on November 11th at 7 p.m. And then I think at 5, what was at 5 o'clock? I guess we have to go back to that image. I remember there being something around 5. Yeah, right there. Hannah is seen at LAX at 5 p.m. and speaks to an American Airlines ticket agent. So isn't that wild? So let's just go to the 11th, all right? The 11th is sort of a key day. Hannah texts her aunt in New York. Right, we already did that part. And then an unknown, the Sun reports that Hannah's aunt, Laurie, said she spoke to Hannah, and that's when we were like, Hannah, what is going on? Are you okay? What's happening? So that first stuff, she was talking to her aunt. You know, those conversations, but keep it on the down low. Let's see. No, that is Hannah's aunt, Laurie. Said she spoke to Hannah. And that's when we were like, Hannah, what is going on? Are you okay? What's happening? Then we spoke on the phone. So there we go. There's that phone call. She sounded paranoid. And let's see if that makes sense. So let's go back to this one. Let me, hold on. I'm going to call you. And look at this. This is 3:51, and this is 3:58. So sometime between 3:51 and 3:58, there was a call made on the 11th. And does that jive in with this? What is it? 3? Hold on, I'm going to call you. So it was 3:51. All right, what does it say here on the 11th? Hannah's seen on footage. And then Hannah's seen at LAX. I think it's right here. So look at 2:29, and then at 3:50, that's when that call, when does the call come in? I still have my hotel room. Okay, we did that. The Sun reports that Hannah. We're like, Hannah, what's going on? What's happening? Then we spoke on the phone. Boom. There you go. That spoke on the phone is that. They just spoke for a brief amount of time. That makes sense. I think I'm still at, they spoke on the phone. Where is the part I'm looking? Spoke on the phone. She sounded paranoid. I said, are you with people? She said, yes. So that's interesting. So that's when the sister said today on the interview on, shit, what's the name of that? Hold on. On News Nation, she said that that Hannah was not with anybody at the airport. See that? Hey, thanks KK, a different KK, for gifting membership to Ellie. Very cool, very cool. Welcome, Ellie. And thanks for all the new people joining tonight. I'm not sure why you're typing in the Grove. Not really talking about the Grove. Come on, Lisa. Hey, thanks, Allie Cake and Jim Lon. Are you on Rewind, Lisa? What the hell is a gigawatt?
Ocean wave, heart.
1.21 gigawatts! What the hell is a gigawatt?
What the hell is a gigawatt? You're my boy Blue. Happy Thanksgiving, freaks.
I said, are you with
RIP
people?
Blue.
So it says, I said, are you with people? She said yes. But it was vague. So when the sister said on News Nation that she wasn't with anybody, that's contradictory to what Hannah told her aunt. And maybe that's why people are saying that. That makes sense? Thanks, Allie Cake and Jim Long. Are you with people? She said yes, but it was vague. I said, do you feel safe? She said, I think so, which is similar to the comment regarding if this doesn't go well, I'll lose my freedom, doesn't it? Do you feel safe? She said, I think so. And to me, that really goes with the if this doesn't go well, I'm losing my freedom. So she's thinking she's not going to lose her freedom. She's thinking she's going to be okay. What do you think about that? Maybe, Gigi, maybe. We don't know. Employee of the Month gifted a membership to Emma Ray S. What do you think about what I just said a second ago? Those two statements. She says, I think so, when asked if you feel safe. But then it also matches with the other statement she made about losing her freedom if things don't go right. Yeah, I think they definitely seem related. Do you feel safe? She said, I think so. She said she was going back to LAX to see if she could reschedule her flight and talk to American Airlines. So it's weird because she did go to American Airlines. She said, I love you. I said, I love you too. Then Hannah is seen on footage retrieving her purple roller luggage. There you go. Boom. And that's the one. And that's, let's see which one it is. That is this one right here. This is her retrieving her luggage. Because there's the carousel, and they have, like, other luggage isn't sitting on that generally. It's usually they bring it back to an office if they return it and you go back and get it. But it's in the same area. And it's like, it could also have been another flight that came in and her luggage was part of that flight as it landed in LA. Perhaps a flight from New York to Hawaii. And while it stopped in LA, it dropped off her luggage for her on the same carousel, but she picked it up. And other people, however, their luggage went on to Hawaii, and very few people actually got off who knows how it worked, but that's her getting it, right? Then after she grabbed that, she likely went to a bathroom or something, took off the sweatshirt, wrapped it around her waist like that. There's her backpack, and there's her dragging the same thing out of there. Right? So she's heading somewhere. Apparently, these images have been scrubbed from the Facebook page. Is that correct? I wonder if they're like thinking some people in these pictures might have something to do. I don't know. I don't know why they would take those off. No idea. Alright, so then she's seen on footage retrieving her purple roller luggage from downstairs baggage claim at LAX. It appears the luggage was a checked bag tag on it. There he is. It is believed that Hannah's bag initially made it to JFK on her connecting flight and was later returned back to LAX. There you go. Obviously. That's how it works. And at 5, Hannah is seen in LAX 5 p.m. and speaks to American Airlines ticketing agent. So that's a real thing that really happened. I'm trying to figure out why she did that. Because it seems like she meant to stay there. Hannah texts her roommate 48 minutes later. I got hacked, she said. Stripped of my identity. That's what we've seen. We've read those. I don't think we've ever seen the text message string. If anybody has it, I'd like to see it. But the ant text messages. Does anybody have those they could send me? The ant text messages? They removed her from the endangered and missing list, for sure. You certain about that? That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I don't see that information. But when asked, do you feel safe, I always said, I think so, or yes. When I really didn't. Well, she said, I think so. Right, she didn't think so. And then she says, if things don't go well, I'm going to lose my freedom. So I think those two comments are connected. They're just referring to the same thing differently at different times. I think they do scan luggage. Her luggage made it all the way to New York because her flight was supposed to go from LA to New York. Then she went to the airport and requested her luggage be returned to her. And then it got sent back to Los Angeles, and then she got it. And that's on the 11th. So then she's making plans to get another flight. So maybe she... Okay, here's what I could think. Is that she's making plans to get a flight later, like a few days later. You know, I'd be interested to know what happened on that, in that conversation with the American Airlines ticketing agent. Wouldn't you want to hear that? Yeah, they would, Cheryl. When you're in a cult, man, they lock everything down. You're just like at the mercy of what they're doing. So, I don't know. That's just an idea, a thought. I'm not married to it. There's not enough information. But why does it matter that she was texting somebody in there? Like, why would they want to hide the fact that she's texting somebody? I don't think she's texting anybody in that one. Looks like she's got a piece of paper in her hand. That doesn't look like... I don't know. To me, that doesn't look like texting. She's not texting in that one. She's also not texting in the other one. So, I don't know. I don't see what you're seeing there. Alright, so that was at 5. Hannah's seen at LAX. Speaks to American Airlines. Hannah texts her roommate. We've gone through all these tonight. Just please be open with... See, doesn't it sound cult-like? Like that's what she's referring to? I have my ID and my passport. Over here it says, I have stuff of value. I just need to rest and I'll think better. But it's very complicated. Matrix world, underworld shit. This is way beyond me. I was not catfish. No, we met. I can't explain all of it. Just please be open with this, please. Deep hackers wipe my identity. See, I think those types of comments are excuses. And stole my funds. I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Now she's saying stole my funds and have me mind effed. You know. Don't know. Oops, didn't want to close that. Okay, and then 7 o'clock, Hannah's phone, his last location was noted at LAX near the international terminal. So here she is, she's in these areas at the airport, and then she's exiting and leaving now out this direction. She's right at where the terminal is. It looks a hell of a lot like Portland International. Let me see. I'll just show you. You can see it kind of looks the same. Is that it? Weird. Yeah, you park there. That's right. It's right here. I think you come up. Yeah, these are where you drive up into there. And so it's kind of covered, but it looks the same. It's a little different shape, but you come in like this. You drive in there, you get out, and then you come out this direction, and you're out of there. So basically, if you were comparing the two, it'd probably be, I think, yeah, Google Earth can get in there. So it looks like, not that it matters at all, it just looks very similar to me. You come around and then you get out like that. Very easy to use airport. Obviously it's much bigger, but yeah, you come in like that and come out like that. Oh, come on, what's going on, Tighten Up? What's going on, man? That's not what the room was all about. It's fancy and tell all your friends, and they don't wait till you see me again this way. I can hear it from the horse's mouth right there and there when you straighten it out.
Correct.
All right, thank you. Tighten Ups. Each one of those is more than the everybody else combined. Appreciate that. But every bit helps out the channel. Thank you so much. Let's see. Why would anyone miss their flight 45 minutes wait? Eat and go to terminal. Right, it's just, well, she did it intentional, George. Here, let me play something for you. Here, watch. Here we go.
Our hearts go out to the Kobayashi family during this Sunday, November 8th. 23-year-old Hana Kobayashi missed her connecting flight from LAX to New York, which the investigation determined was intentional.
She intentionally missed that flight. Okay? So she intentionally missed that flight. So it's not, you might call it irresponsible, but irresponsible is just like when you're flaky and it sounds like she really didn't want to get on that because she had some other plans to be doing. So what do you think of that? I think they're going to find her, you guys. I don't know. I just have that feeling. Don't know. But we had a little bit more information. I don't know how they determined it. But they can probably just tell because they watch her and she wasn't making any effort. People say she ran for it, but they obviously see something different. I don't know how they determined that. That's the information. That's what I'm saying. We don't have the information that law enforcement has, so we're not able to come up with the same. We guess that she intentionally missed the flight. And you kind of get that feeling when she's there trying to get her luggage back from New York, meaning She wants her luggage back so she can continue her journey from Los Angeles. And almost like, but what's interesting to me is that she went to the American Airlines counter just like she told her aunt she was going to do, right? So that sort of fits like she was trying to get a ticket. But what was the conversation like? We'd have to talk to that person to know the answer. Well, it's interesting because it's like a puzzle, Lori Clausen. It's like a puzzle where we're trying to figure out like what the hell's going on. I mean, there's too many things. You've got, there's a lot of oddities, right? The boyfriend's on the same flight, but, we can rule him out because he went on to New York. He would be the first person you'd think something about, but he left. He wasn't even there. So then she had alternative plans when she got to L.A., and what those plans were, I guess we don't really, she got there and then she goes to the Grove multiple times, comes back. It's weird. It's weird stuff. And then she has her own baggage brought back to Los Angeles. Then she leaves the airport. She goes to the ticket counter. Something didn't work out, or however that went. And after she had her bag, she is seen on various, on a train. She was here, and then she made her way all the way up into like downtown Los Angeles area. She's over here by the Crypto.com arena area. She's seen right here at 10:03. Like down right here, this is the address they gave. Like this little train area. Just probably seen on camera at one of those. We don't get to see that. Then she made it to here. Somewhere right at this intersection. And so maybe she was picked up on another camera, but now it doesn't look quite as good in this area, does it? And what was in this area, apparently she didn't look like she was doing very well. You know what I'm saying? And how are we doing right now in the like category? Are we still getting screwed over again by the... Let's see, we're at 585 and 359. We're going to definitely need some more likes, you guys. So if you're out there, hit that like button for me right now. Hit that like button 10, 20, 25, 30. Hit that like button 40. Do I hear 50? Hit that like button 60, 65, 70. Hit that like button 80, 85, 90. Hit that like button. It's the easiest damn thing to do in the world. You just take your thumb and you press the like button.
30, now 5, I'm 30. Behind -6 watching and only 356 likes.
I know, not ridiculous?
It's a free way of helping the channel.
Exactly.
Smiley face. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving 4X.
Thanks, Ozzy, Trisha. 36 minutes behind, 603 watching, and only 350. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? And then Jim Lawn, Marty McFly.
Overcooked the turkey.
Oh, really? Oh boy, that's crazy. I'm not gonna hit that like button for you, Gray. No matter what you say, you bastard. Okay, don't hit it then. Don't hit it. Nobody cares. I don't think so. I don't think so, George. What are you doing, George? You're starting to sound kind of conspiratorial to me. Kind of making some weird comments just out of nowhere. So the cop thinks the dad... I don't know. We don't know what the dad... Did the dad get a text of some sort? We aren't gonna get to know the answer to that. The family said that because of conspiracy theorists, he did that to himself. That's what they said. Don't you guys love my whiny voice when I pretend to be one of the complainers? I know. It'd be amazing if just 50% of the... I've had 2,479 views, and I have 389 likes. And it's just... I mean... I think I've done pretty good on this show tonight. I don't know why there can't be some likes. Hey, thanks, Camden Edwards. Right, then Hannah's phone last location was noted at LAX near the international terminals. Then at 9:04, Hannah leaves LAX, so she's there from like 5 until 9. I mean, what's she doing there? And she gets on the Sea Line Metro. And then at 9:12, a woman named Pearl Lachanga and her 11-year-old son board the Sea Line at Hawthorne Lennox. The unidentified male offers Pearl's son his seat. So it's like Hannah was waiting for somebody near the airport, I think. And then she went out. When she went to the terminals, they went together to get onto these trains, in my opinion. She is seen with their suitcase riding with an unidentified African-American male who had a bike on the metro with him. That's at 9:04. Then at 9:12, somebody's sitting on the bus with them. They had a verbal discussion with for the next 4 stops, in which the witness reports Hannah was quiet, stated she was from Maui, and appeared tired. So she looked tired. And then at 9:22, Hannah and the man were seen getting off the Avalon Metro station at 9:22. So I don't know what this thing continues on. The person who made this spreadsheet blocked it. Not sure why they would do that, but sort of interesting. Well, actually, let me see. I might have another page on that. Oh, there it is. And then at 9:22, Hannah and the man are seen transferring trains at the Rosa Parks station and boarding the Blue Line. Then at 10:03, Hannah and the man are seen on video footage departing the Blue Line at the Pico Metro station near the Crypto Arena. Then at 10:50, Hannah is seen on a surveillance camera with an unidentified person around Pico Boulevard and Hill Street in downtown Los Angeles. In the footage, it is evident that Hannah does not appear to be in good condition. This is the last confirmed sighting of Hannah. Hannah's family files a missing person report with the Los Angeles Police Department on the very next day, on the 12th. So there you go, everybody. Crazy. I don't know. They're trying to, George. We just don't have all the answers. If we had that, we probably would have said it already. What's going on? Well, thanks, Tighten And listen, as a back with a brand new invention, something. Grab a hold of me tightly, folds like a harpoon, daily and nightly. Little what's up, yo, don't know. Turn off the lights, on low, to the extreme, like a vandal. Light the stairs, don't touch like a vandal. Bang, crush big as a boom, killing your pain like a poisonous mushroom.
By far, best true crime channel on YouTube. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Well, thank you. Now we actually try to, work through stuff. No, and hey, thanks, Roger out there. If you, honk your horn somewhere out there on the road. Thank you for the PayPal there. Yeah, Tighten Up's been here before. Yeah. But I appreciate your compliment. What do you like about the way I do true crime? If you're out there and you can answer that. I think that I do true crime the way it's supposed to be done, where you're just taking the information in, trying to piece it together and figure out what makes the most sense given the information provided. That's it. That's how I do it. I've got this weird person that's texting me on Facebook. Here, let me show you what, I'll tell you what they said. I won't show it to you. It's really weird. This lady texted me just out of nowhere and says, "Hello, what's your Cash App or PayPal for Christmas shopping? I'm blessing people." Doesn't that sound weird? I'm blessing people? This sounds like the same scam that happened to Hannah. Now, this person could be just totally legit. I said, "Thanks, but look for someone else that truly needs the blessing." But then I said, "Sounds a lot like the scam in the Hannah Kobayashi case." She says, "This is real and legitimate. Don't doubt this, though." And then gave me, "Is this you?" And then sent me 2 pictures of Hannah's Cash App thing. And then she says, "Which one is yours?" And I said, "Huh? I'm not her. I'm a YouTuber. That has a missing person. Just quit contacting me. Thanks." So what's your Cash App for Christmas blessings? What? I'm just going to say, you know. It's weird, though. Yeah. I find that's a little weird. Like right when we're talking about this. Thanks, Ozzy Trisha. Wow, thank you so much. Gifted 5 memberships to Legacy Investigations, Richard Gartner, Miss Singleton 69, Hannah Khan, and Tinkerbell. Lisa Noir. Doesn't that mean like new Lisa? Yeah, you gotta admit that sounds very sort of strange. Did you hear that, Zozo? That can't be legitimate. She then okay, so look at this. She says, "Which one of these are you?" and gives me Hannah Kobayashi and Hannah Kobayashi. And then I'm like, "What do you mean? I just told you it sounds like that." Man, it's crazy. I'm not doing it. Well, Noir is too, isn't it? What means? I thought Noir meant new. I don't know why my brain's thinking that. It's a genre of, yeah, that's right. A stylized film genre that depicts a cynical, pessimistic, and fatalistic world. Noir films are often set in cities and features morally gray characters, corrupt system, and gritty storylines. The term film noir is a French for black film or dark film. Okay, so I guess I had that wrong. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I don't know who this person is. I don't know how to do that, though. They don't really give you the... Maybe I'll go to the profile. Yeah, and they have this weird thing on their channel. I don't know. I don't know how to report it. It's not letting me. Don't want to take any more time either. Oh, man. Let's see. You know, after the show yesterday, some lady that watches the show, her sister does Chihuahua breeder. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to get a new one to take. You know, well, I want 3 dogs because I want to have one in here with me. And so I was thinking of doing that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You guys think long-haired Chihuahuas are cool? Yeah, we talked about Blue all Thanksgiving. Probably bored to hell out of everybody. So let me show you these really quick, just to randomly, and then I'll get back to this. We'll open up the phone lines. But what do you think about that one right there? What do you think? That's pretty cute, isn't it? Look at that. Totally different, you know. I don't want it to look just like Blue or something. But they're long-haired ones, kind of like that, you know. The one that we were looking at looks like Gizmo. It has a little thing in the middle of its head up there, like right there. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. We're kind of just starting our conversation now. Yeah, I know it's kind of soon and everything, but to me, there's no, you can't replace Blue. It's just another dog, you know. But I think it's better to get one younger with Gracie and everything, just right away, instead of like we didn't get Chloe till like we had Blue by himself for 7 years. But here's the thing: is I was always doing my show in the living room. Remember? Oh, I don't like cats, Columbo. I don't dislike people who have cats. I'm just not a cat person. There's a few cats that I've liked out there, but in general, I'm just more of a dog person. But when I used to work in the living room, the dog would be right there, right? So I was in the living room, and Blue was right there, and he could walk over, and you know, I could pick him up if I wanted to, etc. Then I got this office, and so at that point, I think that's when we needed to get Gracie, but it even took a while to do that. I actually don't even know what Blue was doing, to be honest with you, in the time frame. In that almost a year, I don't know what he was doing, what I was doing. Well, the thing is, I just do the show, but some of the rest of the day I'm in the living room. And the rest of the house, I don't just sit here the entire day. A lot of the day, but... No, I'm not in my garage. This is a fully, I don't know if you want to, I could just sort of pan it around. Let me see what happens if I go gray only. This is let's see if it works. Oh yeah, so let's see, there's a thing up there, TV, there's the really door that's really quiet, then I've got this stuff, and then sound stuff on the wall, there's Maurice Lucas stuff, a bike right there, a chair to sit on right there with that light, and then this, like my computers and stuff look like this. Let me see if I can, yeah, it's like this, look. See, these are my computers. There's the microphone that I'm sitting on, and it goes across like that. And then that's the fourth monitor. See that? Cool, huh? So there you go. But this whole room used to be the garage, but now it had to save up for years, and finally got the ability to convert the garage into an office. So finally was able to do that. Isn't that cool? Or what? Yeah. So this is my own little place. It's really quiet. There's no, like, even if the dogs are barking, you can barely hear them in the house. When my neighbor's daughter's singing out in the yard going, "Ah, let's have that!" Yeah, we can't hear that. The chickens can't hear those. Can't hear any of it. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. That's the situation. So the garage is now, there's even a bathroom that we have, you go open that door and there's a bathroom, and then the laundry room, etc. Yeah. But we've had this for a year now. I don't know if you remember, it took a long time to do oh, that's what it was. Well, let's see. No, it took a long time to do the construction, but it was finished and near the end of the year. And I think, no, but we've had Chloe for a long time. Never mind. I was just thinking about Gracie. Yeah. So Chloe we've had for about 3 or 4 years. So she's with Blue. So even when they built this, Blue's got Chloe, and they hang out in there. And I can look at them on camera and stuff like that. All right. All right, so you guys want to open up the lines for call-in, where people can call in and like give your ideas. I'm not really sure why I keep getting these text messages over and over and over. Or all right. Okay. I don't know, Jim Lon. I just want to do what we're gonna do. The one I'm glad to get one of these because it has like their patellar tendon certified. You know, they always have these things that slip out. So forth. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But Daddy, gorgeous short hair. She, yeah. Yeah. All right. If you guys want to do this, though, call in. I'll turn it on. If people are going to do it, if they're not. All right. There you go. So let's try to work through it logically. What's going on in this case? I mean, she's an adult. She's choosing to do things. You know, nobody's forcing her to do a damn thing. I don't believe. You know, maybe they held the money over her or something like that. Don't know. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. I gotta turn on Skype. Forgot. All right, here we go. Now we got it. It's kind of it's not a huge office or anything, but it's something, you know. Hello, this is Gray. Who's this? Got to turn down the audio.
This is Zane.
Zane? What's going on, Zane?
Well, I love this case. And
love
of
it,
course,
huh?
you always have the best information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
But I'm wondering, had she met someone online and she was going to spend a day or two with them before she went further, on to New York?
I mean, that's kind of what we originally were thinking, you know. I mean, I think it's obvious that she was planning to meet somebody at LAX, and at first we weren't sure if it was just during that short little layover just for a minute. But it sounds like she intentionally was staying there, so maybe she wanted to hang out with a certain person for a couple days that she thought loved her. Remember that? She made that comment. Yeah.
But the only thing that kind of puzzles me that maybe she didn't think it was going to be that long was she didn't have a change of clothes. For the first 3 days, every time they saw her, she was in the same outfit. And if you were going to meet a guy that you thought you might start something with,
mm-hmm.
you would want to be dressed a certain way and not the clothes that you fly in.
Right. Well, maybe that's why she went to the airport to get more sent back to her.
Well, wouldn't they have pulled her bag off the plane?
No.
She didn't board it?
No.
No?
No, the luggage just gets immediately sent to the other plane. They wouldn't be able to go dig through and try to find, oh, wait, somebody isn't on this plane. Let's go find her bag. She had to go to the airport and have them send the bag back to L.A., and then she went and collected it. So it's kind of strange that you would do that. That means you're not really planning on going to New York. But maybe when she went to the American Airlines, she decided to book a flight later, giving her another few days in Los Angeles, something like that. Who knows? We don't get to know the answers to those questions yet.
Well, because it did look like when she did get her bag, like she was looking down at a note. Maybe she'd written something down when she was supposed to be back.
Yeah, something. I mean, she got the note or whatever it was. It didn't look like her phone, unless she was really wiggling it quick and it just had that look. But I don't know what she was reading. it looked like she was reading something. We don't know if that was something. I mean, when did she get that? Because she was at the airport for hours, like 4 hours. I guess it says that, though. Didn't it say that? Let me go back to it said the time. Let me go find it. It was, hold on. Gotta open up a specific folder that it was in. The timeline. And it's down there on the 11th. It said, Hannah leaves LAX. Okay. Hannah's aunt, going back. Hannah texts her aunt. I'm just trying to find the spot that says Hannah leaves LAX and boards. That's at 9:04. 7 o'clock. Hannah's last location was noted at LAX near the international terminals. So she picked it up before 7. And I think it's Hannah texts her roommate at 5:48. I got hijacked. Oh, right, here it is. So it's between 2:29 and 5. So closer to 5. Hannah is seen on footage retrieving her purple roller luggage on the 11th from downstairs baggage claim at LAX. So that's before 5 o'clock and after 2:29. So don't know what time that is, but there you go.
Because I know her sister Sydney has made several comments about that. A lot of the messages she doesn't think are from Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks someone's taken her phone from her.
So somebody else has her phone this whole time, even though, I mean, some of it matches what she says she's doing, or was somebody texting and telling her, you got to go do this now. Go talk to the person at the, I mean, because some of her texts literally say, hey, I'm going to go try to get another ticket at American Airlines, and then she's seen on camera talking to American Airlines. So doesn't that seem like she sent that text?
I would think so, but what the thing that got me was when her sister and also her aunt Lori were saying that she always uses emojis a lot of times for words, and emojis are not appearing in any of her texts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is she trying to give them a clue that something's wrong, or, because why would you all of a sudden change your total way of texting with your family? Because they're going to be the ones that notice it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's...
I mean, it just makes me wonder.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm curious, did she ever see The Matrix? Was that a movie she liked? Was it a movie she hated? Was that something, another clue she's trying to give people that something's going on here?
Yeah, no, well, The Matrix, well, here's the thing. I had a friend, I've said it on a few shows now, but she obviously, something happened to her. I don't know if it was from meth or something, but one day she's like, oh my God, Gray, there's people listening in on my phone calls. There's this weird, stuff, and it's just all completely in their head. It's not happening, none of it. So I was kind of wondering if she's having something like that, some sort of break from, mentally of some sort, where she's, seeing and hearing different things, and maybe somebody's taking advantage of that. Maybe that, or if she's in a cult, maybe that's why she decided to be in one, because she's just, I don't know. I mean, that's the problem. They don't give us enough information, but it's interesting.
Yeah, they don't give enough
Yeah, go ahead.
It just seems to me that whatever she got off for, or whoever she got off for, either she wasn't planning on staying a long enough time, or she got herself into trouble with them, and she hasn't figured out how to get out of it. If she got back and found out there was, she didn't have enough money to get a flight, but all she'd have to do is tell your family, can you wire me some money?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure they would have gladly got her out of there.
Well, she even said, like, hey, I might need some help, so maybe that's what she was talking about, getting some money. I know I might need some help.
Yeah, because the one aunt lives in Northern California. I think that's Lori. And then the other one is Jordan, that she was supposed to meet in New York on the 12th to go to a concert.
Oh, well, if Lori's the one that she was talking to, the aunt, then why was she talking to... I think she was talking to her about the hotel, right? Like, where is that one? Do you feel safe? Hannah, what is going on? Going back, that's not the one. Where's the one where she's saying intercepted? Hannah texts her aunt in New York. Okay, that's the other aunt. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's Jordan. That's Lori's sister.
Huh, okay.
And she was supposed to meet her on the 12th with her husband, Richard, and the three of them were going to go see a concert. That's why I was wondering if Tycho was maybe...
They were supposed to meet on the 12th? Because I thought she was supposed to be there on the 9th. The 8th even.
Yeah, she was supposed to be there
on
the night of the 8th, or the morning of the 9th, let's say. And but she wasn't supposed to meet them because they're from, I thought, out of the city of New York. They don't live right in the city. So they were going to meet on the 12th for a big concert, and they all had tickets.
Yeah.
Because I got that out of an article that they had written.
Right.
And that they were going to have a concert on the 12th, and so...
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like stuff like that isn't part of the story at this point. Like what she was going to do in New York. Like there's this whole document, like her timeline in New York, and for me that's sort of irrelevant at this point because she didn't go there. So it's like you look at that and well, these are the things she was going to do, but you know, what are the things? I mean, it comes down to the 11th is really the key day. You know, she's picking up her luggage. And once she gets her luggage, don't you find it interesting that from the 8th until the 11th, she stays around in the area. But it isn't until the 11th when she gets her luggage, now she's gone. You know, I'd feel a little differently if she picked up her luggage on the 8th or, the 9th or 10th or something. And not the 8th, but like the 9th or 10th. And then she goes back again. I would feel more like she really maybe still wanted to go to New York, but something happened. But you got this timeline where she gets there, goes to the Grove, then the airport, then the Grove, then the airport, then the Grove, then back to the airport, finally, and then she gets her luggage, and then then she's gone. Takes these trains, and you never see her again. So it's almost like once she got her luggage, now she's ready to move and continue on whatever journey she was on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, because I know the Grove is a huge tourist area. That's where all the celebrities go to eat, and that's why LeBron James was having that event there. It's an outdoor mall, and so I know that. So I could see her going to that. It's probably something she's heard about, and just thought, tourist attraction. I'll go see that, but. And she had to stay somewhere. Where was she staying this whole time? Between the 8th and the 11th.
Well, I mean, they kept saying that she was staying overnight at the airport. Like she go back to the airport. All those times she goes back to the airport, she's staying overnight there, and then she heads back out for the day again. I mean, what was going on at the Grove, though? Why would she continue to keep going back to the Grove basically 2 days in a row? So she goes back. So basically she's there on the 8th. Then she goes to the Grove on the 9th, back to the airport, to the Grove on the 10th, back to the airport. Her luggage arrives, and she goes off into the wild blue yonder. Like she's totally gone after that. So that means she was waiting for her luggage to continue on her journey. I think that absolutely means that. I mean, what is the timing of that? Means that she was waiting for that, and then she... whatever happened to her, we don't know that part, but to me, it feels like she intentionally went somewhere after she got her luggage.
Yeah. Well, I know once she finds out that her father committed suicide, she's not going to handle that well.
Well, she's probably not going to make herself known publicly really quickly either, because she knows I mean, my God, what a horrible, if you're just PR-wise for a person, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
It looks terrible.
Well, and they kept saying that she had no mental issues, but, her father did commit suicide. I know he was depressed, but could she also be having some depression too? And that's, she got in with some bad people, and next thing you know, she's off the radar.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's just go with what? Isn't it weird that she just kept going to the Grove, though? I mean, LA is huge, and then she goes to the Grove and goes to a bookstore on November 9th. Then she comes back to the Grove on November 10th and goes to 12 noon, goes to the Christina Ricci signing at Barnes & Noble's. Then at 3:40, she's seen at an event at the Nike store. So she's just like hanging out there. And then
that doesn't surprise me though, because that's an area where you see celebrities. She's wanting to be a big photographer. Where do you see celebrities? You see them at the Grove. So she might be trying to get shots.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't seem like she doesn't have any of her gear. She just has, I don't know. She just seems like she has her backpack. She's not even made up or anything. I don't know. It could be. For me, it's just weird to keep going back there over and over again, but maybe not. You know.
See, that's why I thought with the LeBron James thing, how did she get into the event?
Well, I mean, I think
like you said, she wasn't dressed up.
I think, don't you just sort of walk into the area? Like, there's no gates or anything, right? And she was just spotted walking around, like, outside near the event. I don't think she was in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's outside, for my opinion, but I don't know. It is a pretty interesting case, though, isn't it? A lot of weird things in it.
Well, and I think once her dad died, it just, like, put it into another stratosphere. It's like, what on earth is happening?
Yeah.
You know, I feel so sorry for the whole family.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's definitely possible that, you know, she was just going back there because that's where famous people are every day. You know, just killing time, waiting for her luggage to get there. But in the meantime,
maybe not trying to get too far away. Not
well, it's
trying
actually,
to
but
get
it
too
is
far
kind
from
of
the
far away.
airport.
I mean, that's the thing. It is kind of far away. It's kind of, you know, it doesn't seem like it's just right around the. Let's see, miles wise, I think it was like 10 or 11 miles, right? That's
yeah, but that's
9.5 miles. But you're talking about driving through a city, maybe 10.5 miles, maybe more driving, like 12. And you'd have to figure out a train that gets you there. I mean, maybe there's one that says, you know, the Grove.
But see, that's it. Public transportation. You know, so I mean, that would be something where you could go public transportation. You've heard of it before, so you're not as nervous going there. You know, it's where tourists go. It's not a seedy part of
There's also a
LA,
place called the Grove that's a redwood forest too. I wonder, you know, one time I was wondering if she was trying to get to a redwood park called the Grove, and she just kept going there, and she's kind of in a delusional state, so didn't know what she was doing. But I don't think so. I mean, she just probably went back there, you know, just to kill time for a couple days, somewhere popular, and then she got her luggage and moved on to whatever she was doing. But apparently in the meantime, that's when I think she was scammed out of money before she went on this trip, in my opinion. I think something happened where she thought the money was like, because she says she was scammed out a lot of money. I think it was like she thought something else was going to be happening when she got to LA or something, and then it turns out it was all bogus, and that's when she feels like she got scammed out of it. Like, that's why she intentionally stayed there, and that's associated with her losing all the money. Like, whatever that was, that sort of communication she had with whoever that was led her believe that she believed the person loved her, but now it's turned out like she feels like she was scammed. That kind of makes some sense. Feels like that a little bit.
I was wondering if the ex-boyfriend had anybody on the plane with him, and she'd just gotten upset seeing him with somebody. You know, I know he said he didn't sit anywhere near her, and he didn't even talk to her, but
yeah, so she didn't want to be on the same flight with him, and so she just missed the plane intentionally to get on another plane.
Yeah.
But then why did she have her luggage sent back?
Yeah.
Why not go get the luggage once you book your new flight, you get there and there it is. You know?
Yeah, see, that is suspicious that she did that.
Right.
And the fact that on the 11th she didn't even tell her aunt that she wasn't coming. You know, she could have said, I can't make it now, or I'm out of money.
Or on the 9th or the 10th and all those dates, because they probably expected her being there. In the town, at least, you know, like, I don't know.
Well, and then I think they said Lori lives in Northern California, so it's not like she couldn't have called her up and said, can you come get me?
Yeah.
You know? Can you get me a bus ticket?
Because she didn't want to do that. It sounds like she was on sort of a spiritual journey, but then there's elements that makes you think that there isn't that, you know. So that's what's sort of interesting is there's these. Do you feel safe? I think so. If things don't go right, I'm gonna lose my freedom. You know, that's not.
Yeah.
I think those are related comments. They weren't made together, but I think they're.
Let's hope she didn't get mixed up with the Scientologists.
Yeah, well, see, to me, it doesn't sound like Scientology stuff. What she's.
No.
They're not quite like that either. You know.
No, they get you in slowly.
Yep.
This sounds like either she hooked up with some really crazy people that, hey, we're going to go farm out here, and this is going to be fabulous.
That's right. All right.
You know, let's hope.
Yeah, what you got?
It's crazy, but thanks, Gray. I enjoyed talking to you.
That was fun. What was your name again?
Zane. I usually go by
Zane.
Trail Junkie.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Good stuff.
No problem.
Right,
Good night.
Bye-bye. Zane. Maybe it was code for drugs. I don't know. She doesn't seem like a drug dealer or anything like that. I'd be shocked if that's what she was doing. I mean, not shocked, but I'd be surprised. You know, nothing really shocks you anymore in the true crime world. That's for damn sure. So, I don't know. She's pictured with her phone in hand at the baggage. I don't believe that, Vicky. I mean, the picture we have doesn't show her holding her phone. Is there a different photographs that show her holding her phone? Yeah, I'm not sure why people keep claiming that. I don't think there's any way that you can claim that she's holding her phone in that picture there. In fact, I would argue that that's not a cell phone. There's something else, like a piece of paper, something she's looking at. I don't see it. I know it's kind of blurry, but her hands are stillish. See how her hands are kind of still? The phone should be nice and clear and sharp looking, but it's not. It's jaggedy. So this hand's still, that hand's still. That isn't. She seems to be holding something almost like that. Like, you know, I can't really imitate, like this. She's holding a sheet of paper like that. Yeah, exactly. Glasses on. That makes sense. Good point there, Patty. What's too many assumptions? Hello, this is great. Yeah, who's this? Jim Lawn. All right. What's going on, Jim Lawn?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? What the hell's a gigawatt?
Nah.
A gigawatt.
Yeah, man. Just giving you a shout. Wishing you guys and the freaks a happy Thanksgiving.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, Jim.
Yeah, man. Sorry about Blue.
Yeah, it sucked. You know, he's.
But yeah, nobody gets out alive. So.
That's true. He was a great dog.
Little dog.
My brother.
What a sweet little boy.
Yeah, what did my brother? He texted me. He said, I think it was like the perfect comment. He said, I just read about Blue. I'm so sorry. He was such a cool little dude. I mean, isn't that perfect? Right?
Yeah.
Right? He's just such a cool
nails
little
it
dude.
right on the head. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So yeah, no, I just wanted to call in and say happy Thanksgiving to all the freaks and give you my condolences for Blue and
yeah, thank you.
Support the channel and say hi to everybody. But hope everybody's doing well. And
yeah, well, thanks, appreciate it. And I hope
all
you
right,
have a
man.
good one
I'll let
too.
you go.
All right, man. Have a good one. Have a good one. Bye.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you, Jim Lawn. So I just heard this person just typed in. It said, "You have the worst analysis of this case. I hope people watch other channels to get the right information." I'm going over the information that's out there. All right. If you want to be an idiot and you can go watch whatever you want. There are always conspiracy theory nutters who come up with crazy stuff We're just trying to stay in the lane of the information that we have, all right? So you're more than welcome to go watch somebody else. I don't care if you ever watch again. You sound like an absolute idiot. Let's see. I hadn't thought of her being upset about her ex. Yeah, it was sort of interesting, the part about maybe that he had a girlfriend, and then he was like, oh, I don't want to be on that same flight for the rest of it. But, I mean, come on. That flight's way shorter than the one from Hawaii to LA. So I don't know. I do have a question. Are the leads still in LAX area, or is it further? I don't know what that means. And thanks, Hamilton. Yeah, I think I cover true crime the right way and logically think through things. You know, as a matter of fact, I haven't seen anybody else say, oh, wow, you notice how she disappeared after she finally got her luggage? She was waiting for the luggage for 3 days, and then when she got her luggage, she took off. So, you know, there you go. Something very simple, but you don't hear people say it. Hello, this is Gray. Who's this?
Jared calling.
Jared? What's going on?
Yeah. How's it going? Just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving and sorry for your loss as well.
Oh, thanks, Jared. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving to yourself. It's almost over.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm on the.
Oh, you got
East Coast,
here. I'll
like
tell you
1
something.
a.m.
I'll tell you something funny. Like, see, my wife made the turkey. She's done it the last 3 years. So she makes the turkey, the stuffing, and the gravy. But we haven't really ever made the gravy. We've bought the turkey over to my parents' house, and my mom would make the gravy. So they started making the gravy. They pour, you know how you pour all the oil and the crap at the bottom of the pan into a bowl,
Right.
and they just started putting flour in it, and they started twirling it, and it turned into this big blob of, like, just the grossest thing you've ever seen. And then I was like, what's going on?
Oh,
Because they put flour in it, just turned into this blob. So I called my mom, and she goes, oh, you got to put water in too. And so we started putting a little water in there, and boom, man, it turned into perfect gravy after we added the water. But if you don't put the water in there, you're screwed. I mean, it was so gross prior to the water, but pretty funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I guess you had to see it though. It was. I wish I had filmed what it looked like. It was like there's no returning from what it looked like, but somehow the water got it back to normal. It's pretty amazing. Well, how did yours go? How did yours go?
Heard of that. Oh, pretty good. Just had some family and catching up with people. So
sweet.
Nice to relax. I'm down in Maryland, so.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas on this case at all, or?
Yeah, I was only calling because I was actually, I mean, not that it's too relevant, but I was in LA, like, I'm not from there, but I was there, like, on the 16th, and I was watching the news, like, with my friends in the hotel. We saw it pop up. I watch your show in general, like, when I can, but, and I was like, and then, like, as it went on, I realized just, like, where we were at was, like, 20 minutes with no traffic in Santa Monica from the airport, and this place just seemed like really far, like even with traffic. So like you said, I just think it's kind of weird that she kept going there, but you know, it sounds like maybe, I feel like those messages are her, but
yeah,
you know, something went wrong with meeting up with someone. But I don't know. I mean, like you said, like her vibes kind of match those messages. So
that's what I think too. Like they sound like her, but the family's saying, no, it's not, because she puts emojis. But I don't know. I mean, and also what she's saying matches what she's doing on the ground often. You know?
Right.
Like she says, oh, I'm gonna go to the American airline counter, and there she is. Not too long after that, like literally an hour and a half later. Now, I guess the person, if somebody's controlling her, could have said, hey, you need to go to the American Airlines counter, and then immediately texted that, and then she goes to the American, so it looked like, I don't know. I actually think that there's a chance that, decent chance that those are her messages.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Even though family's family, I feel like, you know, they're always going to say, oh, that was, you know.
I do hear that a lot.
Put in, like, my perspective, like, oh, you know, like they would never say that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
How do you really know when somebody's, maybe they're in a different state of mind at a certain time, and it's different. Maybe they're not into emojis at that moment or something. I don't know. I guess we'd have to see some of her previous text. But you know what? You know that itinerary she made that we showed the other night? She wrote in there similarly.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's similar to her text messages.
Yep, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vibe thing or whatever.
Yeah, it was like vibes, and I got to go to the redwood forest, etc. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I remember you were mentioning maybe like the whole bus thing up there, but I even rode that like subway when I was out in LA, and like it was a little sketchy. Not that that has to do with anything, but I don't know. It was a little wonky out there.
Have you been to the Grove?
To the Grove, you said?
Yeah.
No. I was like looking it up distance wise, like drive wise, and it was just like really far from where I was at, and I was far from the airport.
Right.
And I was like north, and then the Grove is more east. But I've never been there, or I was just kind of a tourist. I don't know how well she knew the area either, but
yeah, I mean, I guess the thing that sort of that you always have to wonder about is the part at the end where they said when she was last seen, she looked like she obviously wasn't doing well. So then it's like, okay, well, what happened? Did she get drugged? Was she just sick? What was happening right then? And that makes you a little nervous about her. You know, was somebody a bad actor and gave her something to drink, and then she started getting, like maybe when they got off near the stadium there, right near the end, and then in the meantime, hey, you want a drink? And then put something in it, and now knowing that the next place they go is some nefarious beginning of an ending somewhere, you know, taking her someplace. I don't know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I guess we can only hope that she's alive somehow, but I don't know. How long has it been? It's been like, what, 2 weeks?
Let's see. Yeah, a little over, really. Yeah, well, it looks like the 8th was 20 days ago, so you're getting close to 3 weeks, really.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, well.
Well, yeah, just didn't have a lot of thoughts. There's just, going off what I know and what you've been talking about. So.
Yeah, it sounded interesting, though. But I appreciate you calling in for the Thanksgiving, and hope you had a good one as well. And, I guess we'll see you in the chat then, if you chat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. See you around, Gray.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Hey, Jared, is that what your name was? Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that was Jared. Cool. Jeez, George, what kind of comments are you making here, man? You sound like a... Jesus. Hey, Mod, you gotta be all over George's comments here. They're nuts, you know. All right, well, the line's open if anybody else wants to call in. Been on for 2 hours and 24 minutes. Was there ever an update on, I don't know, man. Haven't been following. We're talking about something totally different. She hasn't been found yet. Right. Okay. Well, any extra thoughts? I think she left intentionally on the 11th. Not just missed her flight intentionally. I think she left intentionally with her luggage once she got her luggage. And somebody convinced her of something, but she even knew prior to that she was missing money. So what was she doing? Like she said, "Oh, I'm missing money. They stole my identity. This is weird." But are you scared of the person? Or you feel safe? I think so. And then if this goes bad, I'm going to lose my freedom. So all of those things are related to where she went after that. Okay? So she'd already lost money. She thinks she lost her identity somehow. But she's still willing to take off with people. Literally leave the airport, her safety, with her bag, to go with somebody she thought loved her. But why would you still go off with somebody if you thought they loved you and now you don't think they love you? Why would you still go off with that person? Are some of those messages false from her to... I don't know, man. Really, yeah, maybe it is Sassy Cat. You might be right. It's all BS. Yeah, just... She probably met somebody, I'm not gonna rule out the cult thing though, because a lot of her comments make you think of that. Yeah. Total. Yeah, she's a flow type person, like just. Hey, what's going on? What's the vibe I'm getting? Let's go here. Let's go there. But why would she... so the person she went with, wouldn't you think that that was the person that she thought loved her? And if that's true, why would you go on a flow with that person? Hey, thanks. Alvy Hastings becoming an oogla boogla freak. Yeah, free spirit, right. But that's why I kind of keep thinking of cult stuff. Like you could see somebody convincing her, and maybe that's what the ruse was. Like, I'm going on a journey. We're going to the Redwoods. I need to get to the Redwoods. One thing, I may have missed it, but haven't seen the ex make any public statements of Hannah. Yeah, well, even if he doesn't need to say a damn thing. They're not dating anymore, I don't think Jonathan's the guy. He can't even move. I don't think it was only $25. They already know the amount, Debbie. It's $25. It doesn't sound like it sounds like Hannah did a reading, and whoever she did the reading with, I don't know if it was him or not, but the money went to him, and then this other guy was scamming Jonathan, telling him that, beforehand, hey, you're going to get a gift or whatever. What was it called? Shit, can't remember the term now. And then, but he has to send him double that, and it'll keep increasing for him. Right, a Venmo for reading. I know, we said that. Yeah, it was $25. They must have just broke up not too long before that. Yeah, the blessing. There you go. A blessing. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That guy could barely talk. He seems kind of out of it. JLR wasn't very good at trying to dig and get the information out of him. He was just happy to get the views and subs by getting that interview. You got to actually pretend, like literally make it like, wow, this is really important to get out. That's probably like a once in a... I don't know. Just, come on, man. Get more information. That's what I want to know, too, I guess. Huh? Yeah, the guy from the train, the same guy she had met before and felt tricked by, or a new guy. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. But how could there be a new guy really quick like that? Like there's this new guy really quick after she thought this other person loved her and took her money. Then there's this other guy that shows up really quick and they're hanging out, driving around. I guess that's what you do when you're, when people go to Europe and stuff, they sort of meet somebody, other people, they're going around. Maybe that's what's going on there. But how come, what's the deal with this? after they were with that person, she's never been seen since. So that person is like 99% knowledgeable of where she went. You get it? Who are you talking to, KK? I don't see anybody with that name. I don't even get your comment or anything. It's... she is at a commune being some old guy's fifth wife. Yeah. Well, I was thinking maybe a cult. So we'll have to see. I mean, a cult sounds reasonable based on the things that she says. You know, she'll lose her freedom if it goes wrong. Meaning, yeah, well, if this isn't the kind of place I thought it was going to be, I might be trapped there. Do you feel safe with them? I think so. Yeah, it could be anything, though, you know. It could be, and I guess there was other people, not just one person. Come on, KK, jeez. Pimping? Pimping? I don't see that. Maybe that's a different term. Maybe I don't understand it. I'm too old, KK. You gotta realize I don't really know all these little lingos and things that you're using often. Well, I also didn't ask you, Rock'em Empowerment, if it was funny or not. Her electronics will show her communications. Yeah, well, here's the thing. The LA Police Department and the FBI are so far ahead of what we're talking about right here. But I think everything we've put together tonight, when it's all said and done, is going to come back and be the precursor to what went on next. All right? It's going to make sense. You're going to go, oh, wow, that's what we were talking about on Gray's show. But to be honest with you, there isn't enough information to really feel confident that, you know, boom. Here's what I feel confident about. That she went there, she intentionally missed the plane, likely for a guy that she was going to meet there. A person apparently who she thought loved her, but ended up taking all of her money. Then she waited around at the airport she kept going back and forth from the Grove to the airport, waiting and waiting and waiting until her luggage got there. Then she took off with a person, whether it's the same person she thought loved her or not, we don't know. But after she got her luggage, she never went back to the airport again. So for 3 days, she was definitely able to do what she wanted. Go to the Grove, back to the airport, go to the Grove, back to the airport, go to the Grove, back and forth, back and forth. And then when she finally got her luggage, she never went back. Because the only reason that she was going back to the airport for most of those times, the first time was to say, hey, I need to get my luggage back. Oh, we can get that to you maybe in a couple days or something. So she goes back to the airport and, checks. Maybe they just say, check in the next couple days. So she goes back the next day, it's not there, stays overnight. Then goes back to the Grove, wasting the day. Then goes back there. Oh, there it is. Then she finally got all of her stuff, and now she's taking off. That is all I feel confident in. This other stuff, and she's not feeling well. What does that mean? Does she really not feel well? I mean, can you tell that easily on a video? That's where we're at right now. I think a lot of the other stuff is, to be honest with you, probably going to the Grove and the airport stuff doesn't really mean much. The only where it starts mattering is on the 11th. She goes back to the, she might have been communicating with some people out there, but we don't have that information. So out of the information we have, on the 11th is the important stuff. What was she doing on the 11th? She goes to the airport. We have all those other text messages. All the stuff that we're looking at are the text messages. We know that she left the airport, did not have her luggage, came back and got it on the 11th, and then all those text messages that we've seen are from the 11th. Everything's from the 11th. That's what everything's starting to culminate. Prior to that, she was just going back and forth and wasn't really communicating with her family much, at all, really. They didn't know what she was doing. And then finally on the 11th, she starts communicating with people. And that's when she gets her bag, and then she's never seen again after that. So, I'd like to know what else she was doing during those first 3 days there, but, we don't have that. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I think that's about it for me tonight. I appreciate you guys being here, and hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. I think she had a roommate. Somebody said last night. I don't know if she lived on her own or not. Well, no. Well, when you say continuing her travels, she was supposed to go to New York. So whatever other plans she had, maybe. Right. I think she had some other plans. What is interesting is that she went back to the American Airlines ticket counter. She went back to the American Airlines ticket counter. Why did she do that if she really did intend to just take off? Because she was doing what her aunt said to do. Like, hey, she said, hey, I'm going to go back to get another ticket. So she goes there. I want to know what that conversation was. Law enforcement obviously has the answer to that question. Did she even get a ticket? Maybe she got one for another week later or something. Well, thanks. I hope you guys are liking the coverage. We get trolls that show up all the time, and they'll try to say things. I don't mind even reading them out loud because I always think they're ludicrous. Anyways, thank you to Ashley, Nicole, Allie, Cake. And become channel members, you guys. The ones that aren't channel members out there, become them. We do a lot of great stuff over here. We're going to be doing... We've covered Idaho 4 since it started. And we've covered it better than anybody else has covered it. We're accurate, right on the money. Brian Koberger is the killer in the case. There's no doubt about it. It's not a whodunit type of thing, but the cool part is putting it all together to show people that he did it. And we've done that. Yeah, well, I just kind of try to collect information and put it together. So I hope, everybody watching right now, don't you have a pretty good feel for what we know exists and sort of the key elements? And now we're just waiting for something else later. Right, there you go. So thanks, Ashley, Nicole, Allie Cake, Richard Watts, Heidi MJ, then Michael Kishel, then Sandy Shirley, and David Hughes, then Sandy Shirley gifted a membership, Jessica Schubach gifted a membership, Michelle H., Linda Dees, Cheryl, and then Tighten Up came in, basically saved the show, at least the portion of the support portion. With other people did too, though. But Tighten Up with a cat eye, then Tighten Up gifted 5, then KK gifted a membership. Thanks for everybody gifting memberships. Then Allie Cake, Jim Lawn, Employee of the Month gifted a membership. Thank you. Then Tighten Up, another cat eye. Then Ozzy Trisha, Jim Lawn, Camden Edwards. Then Tighten Up with another cat eye. Then Ozzy Trisha gifted 5. Thank you so much. Then Cannon Edwards, Jim Lawn, Great Carn for You, member for 19 months. Then Alvy Hastings. And then Tighten Up again at the buzzer. What's going on, Tighten Up? What happened? Did you win the lottery yesterday? But anyways, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Very kind, very kind. Let's see. Thinking like a woman, we all would. Who knows if she knew he was bringing anyone. Right, maybe. Yeah, who knows? I don't think that's to me that's not a huge point of the story. I think she intentionally meant to stay in LA. That means that the reason, I think she meant to stay there to go do something else. not because her boyfriend said something. I think she intentionally meant to stay there. Now, it could be that, oh, they noticed the girlfriend came and you could tell that she was not really liking it and didn't want to get on another plane, the next plane, and fly the whole rest of the way. Something like that. But if she's the one that broke up with him, she wouldn't care. And I don't know if that's how it went, but who knows. Anyways, thank you so much. Tighten up. That's so kind. Thanks. Yeah, we just got to the goal right at the end there. Hey, you know what I'll do, though? Because we did that, I'll gift 5 memberships. What do you think of that? And why don't you guys gift some, too? We can get even more memberships. We've got 23 tonight. Let's see if we can get some more. There you go. Who got him? 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 We've got Joy got one. Susan Wardlaw, Kristen, Tasha May, and Crystal Nicole. Now, when you run out after a month, consider rejoining, because you can get, there's an option for $1.99. It's not really expensive or anything. Yeah, it's like buying a Snickers bar these days. The memberships, or stay as the middle tier. That would be more helpful for the channel. She strung her family along. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Yes, I rejoined. Ah, cool. Jessica Schubach gifted one again. Thank you. I'm not sure. Oh, there's Tighten Up. Thank you for all your great. Hey, very cool, Tighten Up. Thank you. See, look at that. Just thank you all. Great place to be. Boom. It actually kind of looks like this detective or a detective sergeant, like a, what is he, a sergeant, detective major? I don't know what the hell it was called, but he ran a bunch of detectives, the detective department or whatever you want to call it, unit. I don't know. I can't remember what the actual terminology was. But he was pretty cool. I used to cover these cases that he actually had intimate knowledge about, and all I did was use the newspaper, and he would say, man, you were able to deduce what happened in that case just based on the publicly available information. He was just like, wow, you know. He sent me a message saying that. Because we used to cover all these cold cases that nobody would ever talk about. Yeah, Sasmir did pass away. Like 3 years ago, really. She's still a moderator, by the way. And she was great. Remember that? Sasmir. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Well, I think we'll just kind of have to keep covering this until we get some sort of resolution, don't you think? Hopefully we get some more updates. I think there's going to be something coming up soon. It just feels like there's got to be something, especially that message that the sister said about, we have information that appears that she's still alive, but we can't really divulge that. What are you talking about, Sassy Cat? Yeah, she said, I love you, Gray. And I'd say, love you too, Sasmir. Remember that? Yeah, that was sweet, yeah. She used to do that. I used to imitate her. And then one time her husband called, left me a message, and I called back, and that's what he told me. I was like, God, Jesus, brutal. But, by the way, we have a scholarship fund. So if you're new here, hey, thanks, Jim Lon. Hold on. Jim Lon, oh my God, it's Thanksgiving. Really good little buddy. Skipper. Yeah, I have this little clip that we play for an EVP or not. It's not really EVP. It's Spirit Box because we make fun of those people. I don't know, Sassy Cat. Wait, you haven't been here in like 5 years or something? What's going on? Jesus. Oh yeah, so we have a scholarship fund. So last year we created a scholarship fund. We put $6,000 into it and gave two $3,000 scholarships in honor of the fallen freaks. Right? So that's what the Fallen Freak Scholarship Fund was about. And then this year we also did $6,000, but we gave three $2,000 scholarships. So we're still in the process of reviewing, but the money's already in there. And so we are, giving out another $6,000. So it's in honor of any freaks that have passed away over the years. And let's see, we have, so Sasmare is one of them. Then we have Gen H. That's kind of where the genesis was. Gen H was a really sweet, one of the nicest people, courageous people. She died of cancer, and I talked to her when I drove to Delphi last year. We were on the phone, and she was just really wanted to live really badly. And she just really felt like she was going to live, and she didn't. It really sucks, I mean, even at the last minute, she goes, if I could just not throw up, I think I can get through this. And just, what a nightmare. Terrible. But she was one of the nicest people there ever was. I mean, even when she was feeling shitty, she was so nice to everybody in the chat. Even when we didn't know what was going on. Unbelievable. Then we also had, let's see. I'm just looking through this list here. It's weird, I have a lot of these mods there. I haven't seen in a long time. What was his name? Yeah, Stephen Bashir. Remember him? So Stephen Bud Bashirs. He was a moderator. So I've had 3 moderators actually pass away, over the last, 7 years or so. I guess that's not, with 50, I think there's like 50 of them, people in there. But so Stephen Bashirs, Gen H, and Sasmare. And then there's other people that are freaks that were watching that have passed away too. And those are, you all get to be remembered by having the Fallen Freaks Scholarship Fund. So is that not worthy or what? Come on, you guys. I think that's something to be proud of, that we do those kinds of things over here. So if you're also just watching for the first time, this is what the deal is here. See right here, on this right here, we have given away from the income from the channel. Yeah, so each month I take a portion of my income, and since in the last 5 years, we've donated $221,500. That comes from ad revenue, super chats, etc. And it's not all the income. I have an income that I make for the show, but we, for my own life and world. But again, even out of that, I've donated $221,500. And this year we're at 42,000 currently. I want to get to 50. That would be our third best year, but we did 62,000 in 2022 and 57 in 2023. I used to get more like PayPal support, so I was able to kind of make that a bigger number before. But we're at 42,000 this year so far. And we're at $221,500. And, maybe we can get to, well, hell, we should be at $250,000 pretty soon, coming up. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? That's pretty wild. Absolutely nuts. You're going to visit me in my dreams? You're mean. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool, don't you guys? I mean, other channels, they go, oh, that gray guy, he's just... Look, I do try to raise funds on every show, right? I sit there and go, hey, everybody, could you please help support the channel? Because I know what it takes to get to a number where I'm able to donate like the maximum amount that I can, right? I just try. And, you know, I would say if somebody made $50,000 and they donated 10, that would be pretty damn generous of that person. But we give more than that percentage-wise. I mean, it's like, you know, usually, I mean, it used to be I try to do 33%, but I can't really do that anymore. It's more like of the gross income. Now it's like usually kind of closer to like 25-ish, something like that. And that comes out of the ad revenue and everything. So I appreciate you guys all supporting the channel and allowing us to do all these amazing things. Over 20,000 to Texas EquiSearch, over 20,000 to NCMEC, the National Center for Missing Exploited Children, and over 20,000 to RAIN. I'm going to give RAIN some money on the 30th. And then we have our DNA fund that we've put over $90,000 in it to identify Jane and John Does. We have a few in the hopper, as it were, right now. And I'll be sending more money there this month as well. So, I mean, this channel actually goes out and tries to make a difference in two ways. One, by putting out factual information to have a place for sane people to watch true crime and, you know, keep everybody sort of a level-headed approach to covering it. And we make a difference in the community of true crime outside of YouTube, you know, by donating and having an effect in the world. All right, so that's something to be proud of. I'm absolutely incredibly proud of it. I sleep well at night. I'm not ashamed or anything like that. The trolls out there are the disgusting people that go out there and they make stuff up and they try to get people to not like the other people who try to make a difference. And it sucks. You know, it really does, because this is what I think. I think the amount of money and support we've given on this channel is equal to every single true crime YouTuber plus 1,000 YouTubers that don't even do it, that aren't doing true crime. They don't give anything of their own money. Whenever they do something, it's like, oh, they do a fundraiser off to the side and da-da-da-da-da, and that's it, right? But this comes like it's painful, right? It's and that's how it should be, right? Oh, jeez, Crime Cricket, jeez. What's going on, you guys? What's going on? Look at that. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya. I'm gonna stress ya. You've been traveling like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Virtual degree is gonna give an lecture. Crime collector, big connector. And I'm always gonna be a protector. Fool reflector, interceptor. And I'm an inspector with a vector on his vector with no control. Oh! That was pretty good. Now, thanks for that. Yeah, Blue was awesome. But today's the 28th, 29th. Show up here on the 30th, and you'll get to see what we're doing at the end of each month, all right? Anyways, I appreciate everybody being here. I didn't mean to take off right after you got here, Crime Cricket, but been on here for 2 hours and 51 minutes now, and about to take off, but I really appreciate your support. Not too shabby, that's right. That's right. It's never enough for the trolls, though, who give nothing. You know, it's very strange. And the people they support, nothing. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's just... I was talking to John Lorden, and he just said, man, YouTube's just turned into absolute garbage, you know, in terms of the true crime. And I'm just trying to hang in there, you guys. I'm trying to show you guys that there's another place where, yeah, you might not like my personality all the time, but at least I work through cases the right way. And now you go, what's the right way, Grant? Just because you said it. Well, I'm telling you, I've heard people, you know, people that actually know, they say it. I mean, I guess that's probably why I'm on Court TV quite a bit, you know, because I cover cases the right way. I know what I'm talking about. No, I was never in law enforcement or anything like that, but I have created, reenactments for trials using my animation. One of them actually made it to court. The other one, they never made it to court. So I've done that, but I've been covering true crime for, live for 7 years, and I've covered thousands of cases. And that's not being hyperbolic. It's like really, literally, there's nights where I did like 7 of them, and they're all different, and they all deserve to be talked about, but they don't have the same sort of interest level. But some of them are absolutely incredible, and there's these little cases that nobody ever talked about. When you start looking into it, it's like, holy crap, this is amazing. So, anyways. Hey, welcome, Camden Edwards. And all that helps. The super chats, the channel memberships. Super chats are the main support for the channel. Memberships help when people give out the memberships right away, and then hopefully some of people stay as their memberships run out. That's what you hope. And then I have ad revenue on videos that I make, not as much on the live streams. And all that together keeps us doing what we're doing. So, but yeah, it's crazy. You can do a video that takes you 10 hours to make, and you might make $250 on it, but then you do a live stream and people send in super chats, and you make the same amount just on the live stream. So it's like, but there are times when you have a video that does really well, like much better than, you could make $250 if you got like 15,000 to 20,000 views on a video. Something like that. But if you get like 80,000 views, now all of a sudden you might make 600-700 or something, and it has continual revenue until it sort of fades out of the minds of people. So you can kind of make some. Zozo was asking me about that one time. Like if you make a really good video on the 1st, it might still be making decent money by the 10th or so, 11th, so it kind of adds to your nightly income. But if you don't have those videos, like it's hard to make those ones that a lot of people watch, especially if you're somebody like me who's not really in the algorithm, as it were. I just do my shows and hope to God people show up. All right. Well, you probably didn't want to hear all the inside baseball there, but why not, man? You guys we're all part of the same team. Oh, Jody Arias, way back in the day. Huh? I kind of remember your name. It wasn't a little bit different before. What didn't quite say like sassy? I don't remember if it was quite like that. Well, what was it before? Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it? Galam band. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and we're heading into the rest of the holidays here. Everybody take care of yourselves, and appreciate you. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we'll probably be talking about the same thing. I want more calls though. You guys it's really interesting talking through things with people. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go back and watch it. And share the videos for me too. Whenever I put a video out, if you guys could watch it, hit the like button and share the video itself, it would really help the channel out. All right, so thanks again. We'll see you guys later, and thank you for your guys' amazing support, especially. Wait, what was that one? Oh yeah, Tighten Up. I was looking at this other one there. But Tighten Up there for the huge effort there tonight, and then. Yeah, appreciate it. And everybody else too, because it all adds up, It all adds up. So, awesome. I'm in one of those things when when you're talking to your girlfriend on the phone, it's hard to say goodnight. Hey, thanks, Mom Crime Junkie. Happy Thanksgiving, freaks. Never forget Richard Allen is Bridge Guy. No way, he's not, man, I'm telling you. Hey, Rick Snaith told me tonight that he was like messaging me all day today. You guys want to hear some of these? Yeah, listen to this. Listen to this crap. You guys interested? Something's wrong with this guy, man. I think some of the stuff he could get in trouble for because he threatens people. His brain doesn't work well enough, so he threatens people. He said, because I told this other person I would threaten legal action because they keep putting out false information regarding the Delphi case and me. They think says legal action. Oh noes, let's see where this goes. This will be fun. And then he says, you're right, Lance. He always thinks he's so super sleuthy. I've told the story about Lance 1,000 times. I don't have the right to know who your sources are, but when your sources are telling information directly from a psychiatric report during a murder investigation, and then information includes something the cops will use to incriminate the guy eventually, it's going to be somebody's right to know. It's not going to, and he says, TikTok, bitch. And I said, I know the source and you're wrong. There will be no issues. So how psychotic you are. See how psychotic you are? And it says, I don't know the truth. I know the truth. You don't. Therefore, I know you're delusional as well as the rest of the rational-minded people out there. And he says, you're such a little bitch, Lance. It's going to be hilarious watching you squirm. And I hope I meet you someday so I can knock your teeth down your throat. Then he said, look, stupid. When privileged information leaks out during investigation, there are only so many places that can come from, and none of them are good. You're in big trouble and you know it. So is your effing source. He used the real word though. So run your mouth now while you can. And I say, yeah, you say that to everyone. Have a great Thanksgiving, you bastard, I said. And I said, oh, and I'm not scared of you physically or mentally, but only losers threaten physical violence when their intellectual arguments fail. You are, in fact, a loser. And then I said, I'm not in trouble at all, and you know it. I heard a rumor, and I wasn't sure about it. I even had some of the stuff wrong. You don't know the source. I guess what we should do in the future is when we get rumored information, not verified, we shouldn't share it because people like you will turn it into something it's not. Make better contacts, I said. And he said, I easily outclass you mentally and intellectually. Anytime somebody says that, they can't. I threaten violence because it would be so much fun to kick your ass. And if you're not afraid of me physically, you're dumber than I thought. Run your mouth, Lance. Run it while you can. My contacts told me we can link you to Walla. Merry Christmas, Lance. See, that's when I know he's a freaking nut job. You know why? Because I've never talked to Dr. Walla, nor have I ever communicated with her in any way, shape, or form, unless some person emailed me with a totally different name. I don't know her. I've never talked to her. I don't know her at all. And that's not where the tip came from. So this guy, he's a lunatic. And then I said, yet you already proven you don't. And then, oh well, maybe next time, slugger. I know you think you are sleuthy calling me Lance. I've only told the story 1,000 times on my channel. And by the way, when I was born, my name was L. Gray Hughes. The doctor, who's a family friend, wrote Lance on my birth certificate. So people call me, like all my forms say Lance, but my name was supposed to be Gray, just with an L initial, right? So my name is Gray, but Lance, it makes it complicated for me. I've told the story 1,000 times, but these idiots think they're figuring something out when they find, oh, he's really Lance. They're morons, okay? Do you get it? Anyways, oh, yet you already proven you don't? No, I don't even know what the hell he's saying here. And then he says, watch the live stream tomorrow. You'll like it. I'm going to show you how afraid I am of your legal action. I never threatened him with legal action. Never talked to him about it. At least I don't remember doing that. I thought it was just somebody else. Yes, it's a correct statement. You said you easily outclassed me mentally, and I said you already proven you don't. You got that, genius, right? Hey, dum-dum. This is me. I showed on my show that I made over 1,000 videos private. They haven't been deleted. I did that when YouTube changed their terms of service, and I went on to explain it. I haven't nor want to find the time to unhide them all. I am sure they are filled with all kinds of nefarious things to fit your narrative, but yet again, you're wrong. I've never worked with anyone during the Delphi case. I merely tried to get the timeline and made contacts that had other information. Your delusion makes you believe otherwise. You simply are wrong. Come on, tighten up. What's going on? Let's do an all-nighter. I'm fixing to make another plate. Oh, Jesus. Really? I said,
I'm fixing to make another plate. Smiley face.
Well, thanks, tighten up. I said, I never threatened you with legal action. You're too dumb. I said, listen, man, you lost. Richard Allen was obviously the killer. There's no doubt to rational-minded people. Will you be covering any other cases that need help? No. So what you and your other merry band of lunatics are doing is creating content by presenting a false narrative of Richard Allen being railroaded so that you can continue to create content on the only case you know anything about. And even that's a small amount. And he says, he's not the killer. This is where it all comes down. Look at this. He's not the killer. If you believe he is, you're one dumbass MFer. You know as well as I do, one man acting alone. He says one man could not do all that. Not in the amount of time. Like I said, you keep running your mouth. You're digging a hole and you don't even know it. And your statement doesn't make any sense, dumbass. This guy is such an idiot. I mean, look at Richard Allen is the killer, right? And he says one man couldn't do it alone. Really? So you don't think a gun has the ability to force people to, like, at a gunpoint, he takes the girls down the hill. At gunpoint, he forces the girls across the creek. Or even before that, he has them take their clothes off at gunpoint. Then later, he has Abby dress at gunpoint. And this all took place in a 90-minute period. You think that one individual couldn't do that? Whew, wow. This guy's nuts. And he says, well, since I don't know anything about other cases, why don't we debate some other cases? You're afraid, aren't you? Anything we debate about, I would run circles around you. You would look even dumber than you are. Just because I choose to cover this, that doesn't mean I don't know anything about other cases. So debate me, coward. We can play true crime Trivial Pursuit. I'm talking about cases that are just happening, man. You'll never touch them because you don't know, nor do you care to know anything about them. And then I said, I'm not a coward. I'm just not interested. Yes, one man could easily do that in 90 minutes. A gun forced them undressed, or bad grammar there. I said a gun forced them, I meant to put to undress, and a gun forced Abby to redress, and that's it. And he goes, idiot. And I just typed in LOL. Yeah. I mean, you gotta admit, like, there's something wrong with that guy. His brain is malfunctioned. He goes, he didn't do it. Well, let's see. A jury of 12 people disagreed with you, and none of them were convinced to change. You know, like, nobody went in there and got to him like you want to try to convince people. All right, so I'm sure there'll be an appeal. You know, who knows if they get another bite at the apple? Don't know. But the death penalty off the table makes it very less likely that there'll be an appeal that works. Yeah, he's a little weird. That's you know, like if I showed up to Delphi, he'd probably try to get in my face. You know, that's how stupid this guy is. You know, I'm not really a fighter type. I just, who cares? Like, why do you want to do that? But I'm not scared of him. Like, I'm not sitting there going, oh my God, there's Rick Snee. He's so intimidating. He's so amazing. I just don't care. You know, he's somebody that does not interest me as a person. His thoughts don't interest me. They're never thoughtful or creative. They're not interesting. He has nothing of value to add to anything he discusses at all. There's never like, wow, that's really great insight. He is a I don't know what a buffoon. Okay, that's it. Now, he might think he's a genius, but he's not. Okay, let's be honest. I wonder what who's that? Who's that? Sassy cat. Kathy? I don't know. Kathy's. I don't know. Where is Rick Snee or whatever his name? Oh, why? Who cares? He lives in Indiana. Yeah, no, he's one of those nut jobs. I mean, I should probably report him for the online threats he's made. Yeah, he wants so bad for. Look at so I would say this, like, you know,
sounds desperate to the point of being dangerous.
The tip, the thanks Nikki Zips. The what do you call it? The rumor that I heard. You know, it's probably information that, you know, it was the rumor came out 11 months later. That's when law enforcement was thinking about or the investigators trying to get the information from the psychologist, you know. And it got out there somehow by somebody, but it's not from Walla to me, nor is Walla responsible for the person getting it to talk to me. You know, so who knows how it got out in the realm, but I mean, I'm just telling you what the rumor was that I heard, and it made sense to me. It seemed so specific that, wow, I mean, that's a crazy rumor to randomly go out there. So we thought the van was there at 3 o'clock or something. And I thought it was on the other side of the creek where he got interrupted. So I didn't know the story fully or anything like that. But man, if you guys don't want me to tell you, remember I told you about the bushy eyebrows in the Koberger case just as they made the arrest, because I knew that might be something. I knew about that, so I guess that was me trying to, you know, I'm just this rogue sort of per case hired by the higher up people to influence the outcome. You know, I take that as a badge of honor, because that means that what I'm putting out there really puts the information together so well that when people are done watching, they go, wow, that guy really did do it. You know, they don't want those people. Yeah, Brian Koberger is the killer. The Astro from space, whatever. Yeah, you really are a space cadet, if you believe that. Let's see. DP still on the table by Miss Taylor's Law. Yeah, and the attorney they got in that case is about 10,000. I mean, the judge is way more strict and just better. He won't be free, the Astro from space. You're incorrect. He is the killer. He killed all 4 people. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you're going to be on the wrong side of history on that one too. Yeah, I'm not nervous about Rick Snee. There's something wrong with that guy. Yeah, he can just do his own shows, and people will just say whatever they want. They come on your show, they say this. Oh, Gray, what do you think about what are you gonna do when the car? It's ludicrous. Yeah, who do you report somebody like that to? I think I need to report it for online threats, something like that. Mm-hmm. No, but he's not. It was a Gmail. It wasn't through YouTube. It was Gmail. Oh, yeah, there you go. Maybe that would work. I'll just look him up, see where he lives, and get a hold of the... Have a record. Yeah, maybe I'll get a hold of his local police department. He thinks everything's funny when you bring it up. Oh, we're all Richard Allen. What a joke. Jesus. I told him in one of the emails I sent, there was a different string that I was in. I said, listen, we're not all Richard Allens, okay? You might be. Like, you might have, might be somebody that might have killed 2 girls, but the rest of us, we're not Richard Allens, okay? We're just, people that wanted to see justice, Yeah. That's where it all comes from. And the former mod has a restraining order, or like a cease and desist order against her, because she's, So there you go. And she made up stuff. It was so funny. I debunked her. She took something out of context and made it sound like I said something else. That's what she does. Yeah, I think in a cult, Suzanne. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I think you must be on rewind. So too. Could be. I mean, I just think there's like a chance, maybe 30-40% chance, something like that. And she's wondering if they're good people or not that she went off with. And they've already taken, when you join cults, the people who join the cult have to give all of their... I think Ann Taylor's just delusional herself. She's trying her best, but I think she's wanted Koberger to confess a long time. And plead guilty. This guy, yeah. Anyways, sorry to keep you guys back on here. Didn't mean to stay on here for so much longer, but appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. So thanks for being here, and as I always say, until next. And by the way, I'll say it again. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We're probably on a different day in some parts of the country. Thank you for being here. We'll see you guys later. And as I always say, until next time. Oh, and by the way, thanks for all the nice comments about Blue in that one post. I keep reading them every day. It makes me feel better. Sad for a moment, but better. So thanks, everybody. See you guys later. And until next time, be safe out there.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person.
Tighten up.
That is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a protector. Fool deflector, interceptor. And I'm even a special with a vector. With all respect, y'all. Just remember, I've a temple fucking injection. I have no agenda. I'm a pretender. And I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send you on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.
All right, everybody. See you guys later. And...
Correct.